Thank you, David.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much.
Food is quite delicious. Alright, I will do intro for us today. Are we all set? Alright, we have all the food. Perfect. Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode of Dungeon Ending Nuts. Hopefully today we can actually get the video up. We have all the cameras. I pray that this works. All the cameras are working. We have everything set up. So, without further ado, we'll get started into today's episode. So take it away, our lovely DM.
Alright.
Die before we can do anything.
Man, after the huge delay to get started, I just die instead of saying it. Okay.
That would suck.
Alright, so, last time, we got ourselves a world-destroying super weapon, which is fortunately not completely awake, so it's not world-destroying capable.
Yeah, that's mine.
Yep. And we also got ourselves a new ship, fun tool belts with some various materials, and a big ol' really heavy
That's
hammer.
right. I need to remember what that does.
And we are now on the ship. We just left the island, and it is 2 hours to sunset, and y'all are out in the middle of the Dragon Sea nearby the edge where it's the most dangerous.
Oh.
Yeah. So we need to start setting sail. I'm gonna go over to Sylph. I was like, alright, you know how to do this. We need to set the sails and get everything to get us as out of here as fast as possible. It's not safe here. So prepare for anything and everything.
In addition, Eli, I'd assume that you did a little bit of an inventory, like checking out the ship beforehand. There's absolutely no supplies on this thing. What you're carrying is all that you have. So that means that you have approximately 3 days of voyage before you guys start going hungry and without water. So
All the rations we have is all that we have on us. The ship is bad.
so ship's got
I
to
say we
resupply.
eat Q first.
Good luck.
All right. So that probably shouldn't be necessary. So you go over and talk to Sylph. Sylph, if you don't remember, is injured and
Yeah.
also hasn't slept in 36 hours.
Oh goodness.
So she's tired and in great need of a long rest. So she is very much on board with this.
Good.
Do you have a particular port in mind? Because if not, I have a suggestion, and it'll also be a good place for me to pick up the pieces, get enough treasure to be able to buy myself a new small ship. Yep.
You set course and we'll set the ship ready.
All right. She walks over to the tiller, looks at you for permission, and looks over, takes it and pushes it, and you guys start veering inward. Have you ever heard of the city Alestine?
No. What do you know of City Philistine?
I mean, Flynn probably would have heard it in passing, but you probably haven't ever been there yourself.
Okay. No, not. I've heard it here and there, but I've never been there before. So, if it's safe, then we can go there.
It's pretty safe most of the time. Alestine is one of the largest cities in this section of the Dragon Sea. It's also not actually technically under the jurisdiction of the Dragon Lord, so it attracts a lot of attention from the human kingdoms and such on the other side of the Elderwood. But
I was thinking bandits.
I was also thinking that.
it was originally just like a big old trade outpost that the big trade organization that controls a big section of interest out here used as an outpost, and then just slowly grew from there because they provide pretty good security and protection from the monsters and the pirates as well.
Good.
Now it's the second biggest population center in this part of the Dragon Sea, and the island is one of the only ones that follows a perfectly consistent and understandable pattern. It goes in a big circle and just around this area. Right now, at this time of year, it should probably be about 4 hours sail from here, so we could get there right after dark.
Let's
Should
set
be
course. I'm gonna try to give the rest of these guys a rundown of what they need to do on the ship to get us there as quick as possible.
I need to stay close to the middle so don't like tip the ship over.
Yep.
You heavy.
I'll be on first watch.
I'll take second watch.
He has a very high passive perception now. The problem is if you're on watch, that means you're looking. That means rolling perception.
Yes.
That's the big problem with the enormous passive perception.
I don't think I get a +5 then.
The alert feat does not give +5 to passive perception.
Oh dang it! Was that
That's the
observant?
Yeah.
observant.
Okay,
yes.
never mind. Oops.
Yeah, alert gives him +5 to initiative, which gives him a +8 total.
Yeah.
Which is very big.
Now you're going to be going first. I have a +0.
Oh.
Because I have no dexterity.
I'm in chainmail. Which I also want to
Alright.
fix.
So you guys sail off into the dark. You guys are making passable efforts for first-time sailors, and the thing's small enough that you and Sylph can mostly do it all. As you're going, Sylph just like occasionally makes small talk about the city, telling you guys useful information such as the guards that like this place was built off of a market, so almost anyone that is there is a merchant and looking to get the best deal possible. They don't really care how they get it. They are trying to get their benefit at everyone else's cost and will sell pretty much anything. The guards, on the other hand, are a lot more strict. They do most of the time. They do a very good job enforcing the law and very rarely take bribes, though it does happen. Sylph has run afoul of them multiple times, but not in a little while. She's also got some friends there who run an inn, who she thinks she can probably get you guys free rooms there.
We like free rooms.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh God, no, guys, no.
Yeah.
Might have killed himself.
She also says that she kept at this inn. I actually also I have a room that they just let me keep as mine. I use it to store a bunch of stuff in there. I've got enough treasure that I can probably buy myself a new ship and some really fun toys that I just hope the guards never happen to go and investigate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, fun times.
Excellent.
But we should be coming into sight really soon. So, as you guys sail, a dark shadow just starts looming on the horizon, and then grows, and you can see that there's actually plenty of like little dots of light start appearing on it, as you see a actually relatively well lit city placed on one of the largest sky islands that any of you have ever seen. So you're used to seeing things this size, but you two, three, seeing such an enormous chunk of stone and dirt floating in the sky is very impressive.
Fills us with determination.
This is no small village. That's for sure.
No, it is not. So you guys bring in the ship, Captain. You're gonna have to find docking, and as you're looking for it, looks like the port here is filled to capacity and then some.
Maybe I can just wait for someone to leave and take their spot.
In the middle of the night.
It's like,
We can make someone leave.
I can go drive one of the boats if you want.
no, we're not trying to get on anyone's
That
radar.
is not illegal.
Staying under the radar here.
Stealing a ship is a great way to get yourself arrested here.
Fair enough.
I do not speak from experience.
Oh,
Probably.
press X to doubt.
Just gonna.
As you're you finally see that there appears to be like temporary portage made out on the edge of the city where you can find a place to park. As you go in, the portmaster comes out to take your name and take your name and ship name, and to register the ship and port here costs 5 silver.
How much money do we all have right now? I'm just curious.
I've got close to 14 gold.
I'll give him a gold piece.
Adamantine, mithril, mystery, or
I'll just give him a. I'll just give him a gold piece. So keep the rest. You don't need the ship name.
Okay. Okay.
he looks at it and says, "Welcome to Elistine, Mr. Smith."
Thanks.
Pirates of the Caribbean reference for anyone who didn't get that. All right. So, you guys have docked, and what would you like to do now?
Say, Sylph, where is that inn at?
It's not in the nicer part of town, but we'll probably be fine. I assume that all of you guys can take care of any ruffians that would come after us, so let's go!
Okay.
So she starts off on a very fast walk, considering how tired she should be at this time, but leads you through a dizzying maze of twisting and turning streets, like into a deep slum area. And towards the edge of the slum, right before it becomes a slightly nicer, you come to a shockingly nice looking inn for being this spot. That said, it's one of the lower quality inns that you have seen, but considering the surrounding area, it's pretty dang good.
Nice.
And on it has a big sign that says the Wolf's Lair.
Mm.
I wonder how I got his name.
Oh, that'd be because of the cook.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. She just goes and walks straight in.
I
Follow an emperor.
follow as well.
All right. As you walk in, you see the common room is basically empty, but there is a tallish woman. She looks like a human standing behind the counter, just wiping things down. She looks up and as soon as she looks over the four of you, one of you incredibly tall, and the rest of the other people. But when her eyes fall on Sylph, they just light up, and she just runs forward and gives her a big hug.
Oh.
Oh.
Who are your friends here?
I would say more acquaintances than friends.
I don't know. I think Sylph's my friend.
I'm Kiyoskivi.
It's wonderful to meet you, Kiyoskivi.
I'm Dilger.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Flynn.
You can call me Mr. Whisper.
All right, Mr. Whisper.
I'm not going to say what I think.
I know what you mean.
No, I'm not, guys. No, I'm not.
Carry on.
Thank you very much, everyone, for helping out my daughter. I don't know what sort of trouble she got herself into, but I can tell that she is about to fall and die.
Well, guys, maybe we're right.
You should
Right,
probably
that's
get
as
some
much as
rest.
possible.
Here, Sylph, you can bring yourself up to your room. Yes, here? All right. And Sylph goes up and back upstairs. She turns around and says, "I'll catch you guys in the morning. I need to sleep now." And she goes upstairs.
Flynn just goes completely quiet and just kind of dissociates from the entire thing after getting out. Just record.
All right. So I'm assuming that you four would like to stay here for the night.
If that is acceptable.
Absolutely. I have some rooms I can get ready for you. Would you like anything to eat before you go to bed?
May we?
Absolutely.
I will be all right.
All right.
I'm starved.
She reaches behind the counter and is like, "Here's the room key."
And I head right in my room.
Mm-hmm. All right. You go in and you find that you actually have despite the ramshackle look on the outside, the inside is very well kept. Everything is in good repair. The room is The room is a good size. The bed is a little too small for you, but that's pretty usual. And
I'm afraid I may break it if I sit on it.
it has a good amount of storage also in various places. And a locked chest right at the bottom.
Does my key unlock it?
Yes, your key unlocks it.
Cool. I assume something.
There's nothing in it.
Yeah.
But it's there to keep your personal belongings, and it's a very large chest. It's big enough that you could fit everything except for that big old wall that you had inside.
That's fair. Can you look at a picture of them all?
So you'll be taking some.
Yeah, alright, sweet. That's
Sweet. In each of your rooms, this still
All right.
effects.
So
420.
so the woman turns around, goes into the back for a moment, and you hear just some quiet conversation. She comes back and says, "Here, take a seat. Your food will be ready in a couple of minutes. My name's Maya, by the way."
Nice to meet you, Maya. Quick question. Do you have a stable?
Yes, I do.
Alright.
There aren't very many animals to keep around here, but our daughter likes to visit them, so we keep it to attract the people that do come.
It's an animal of sorts, but I might need to rent a stable for tonight.
Don't worry about it. Friends of Sylph are always welcome here.
Well, thank you.
So, might I ask, all of you look rather tired and slightly could be better off, slightly worse for wear. Do you mind telling me where you got your injuries and all that?
Oh.
What sort of adventures has Sylph been on recently? And how'd she rope you all into them?
She said that she had a pretty sweet gig to find some gold in Turned out the whole crew betrayed us, and then now we're here.
She winces and said, "Oh, not again."
Yes. Well, things happen. We're alive. And no one died, except for the crew. That's all that matters.
She's laughs slightly uncomfortably, but somewhat good-naturedly. Well, thank you very much for helping my daughter out.
Of course, anytime.
Any day.
Also, just so all of you guys are very aware, Sylph is an Air Genasi and this woman is a human.
Oh.
So...
He's telling us to ask her about it.
So, no, I'm not telling you to ask about it.
because I'm not there.
I'm not saying that you should ask about it, but I am mentioning, just in case you all forgot, there is a race difference here. And Sylph is not half Genasi, she is full Genasi.
It's just an option for him.
So, Maya, I recognize that your daughter doesn't quite look at you like there's a stature difference.
There is. Sylph is significantly shorter. Oh yes. I'm sorry. I'm so used to calling her my daughter. She isn't technically part of our family, but we helped her and helped her get away from her life of previously more shady activities, even more than what she does now. And because of that, we consider her part of our family.
Very respectable.
Maybe you could help out my friend Flynn over there. He comes from shady backgrounds too.
Well, we have our family, I guess you could say, has stretched quite far over the time. We're more than welcome to spend some time, as much time as you like here. All four of you. All
We
three.
need to whip him in this
Still
game, that's
dis-
for sure.
Still dissociated, just like gone. Just
It's a survival instinct.
he's out of it right now. I'll tell you that much.
I'm just in my room, just vibing.
Mm-hmm.
Just vibe, bro.
Now around this time, the door to the kitchen opens, and a figure almost as tall as Q, but not quite, walks out. And all of you guys almost have a heart attack for a second because it looks like a werewolf just walked in.
Oh, it's a really hairy man.
No. Like they have a snout and fangs and wolf ears
Okay.
and a tail. Like it looks like a werewolf.
Got it.
I mean, that's what you could call. You could call a fey touch that if you want, just as much as a Minotaur.
My furry defenses kick in. Just
Duger, what was the name of this place again?
I don't know.
Werewolf Slayers?
The Wolves Inn.
The Wolf's Lair.
Lair.
Oh,
Mixed
the
in.
Wolves Lair, not the Wolf Slayer.
Like the Wolf's Lair. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah. The huge guy, this huge wolf man walks out, and then you notice that he seems to have an apron on, and he's carrying 3 plates of food.
He's the chef.
He's the cook. I'm sure he is a great sense of
Yeah.
smell.
So this guy, the wolf man is very tall, looks like he's very well muscled, is covered in brown fur speckled in with just like gray streaks in various places, and he's wearing clothes that clearly have been tailored to fit his kind of
Stature.
different,
That
stature and kind of
also
different form.
anatomy. Yeah.
He walks over and like places them down, like pulls clawed fingers out from below, and says, "Enjoy your meal."
Thank you very much.
I take a bite really fast and say, it's delicious! Just really loud.
Is it delicious? Is
He's
it
going to
delicious?
look at you and he's going to roll an insight check. It is delicious.
Oh,
But-
then I'm not being sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic, but are you trying to suck up to him?
No, it's complimenting your chef! Nothing more I'm going to do!
He's going to look at you and say, "Enjoy."
Thank you.
He's going to go. He's going to go over and just like walk back into the back room, into the kitchen again.
I'm going to make him my friend.
I'm going to walk away from.
Do you say this out loud?
I think Duger thinks that in his head.
I'm going to walk away from the table and go back to where
Not
my.
gonna eat food?
Oh no! Flynn's going now. Okay.
Yes, we're
Duger's gonna walk away.
Shovel it into
Go
his mouth.
towards Maya and just kind of talk with her. He's like, "So, when did you take in Sylph? Roughly how long ago was that?"
I can't even keep track of the years anymore. I think that she was about 9 years old at that time. So that would have been, wow, more than a decade ago now.
Does that line up with roughly the time when I was out on sea? With Captain?
Yeah, I think you would have been. Well, I don't know. What age were you thinking that you met the captain?
I was orphaned. I was taken in by him.
He was more
How
at a
many
very
years
young
ago?
age.
How old did I say my character is? He's in his early 30s, I think.
Early
He's
30s.
28.
All right, so a decade ago you would have been 18, which means, yeah, you would have definitely been sailing then at that time.
No. And has she said anything else about her other family by chance?
Yes, I met her brother once upon a time, but that was a long time ago. I don't know, do you know him?
In passing, yes.
Yes, well, both of their entire family were exiles from the Quaking Frontier. They had to quickly learn their way here and to settle down and find their way here. The parents unfortunately didn't last long after leaving, and the two were quickly separated. There's only through chance of meeting that they ever met again afterward.
And how did they meet again?
I believe it was just a coincidence, honestly. Actually, no, I believe that Sylph mentioned something about an elf woman who helped find her.
Interesting. Since coming across Sylph, it just reminds me a lot of, I guess her brother, and just very inquisitive of the whole thing. I want to make sure I have all the facts right.
You and her both. Inquisitive is probably the best descriptor that I can possibly imagine for that one. She's an inquisitive rogue. That's her subclass.
Eh?
Well, thank you for that.
Class puns. Yay.
Yes. Thank you for that. I'm just gonna walk away back to the table and just slowly start eating his food ever so quietly.
And you think it's really good.
It is excellent.
Just
Good soup.
nice, relaxing. Just enjoys this food.
The wolfman comes out again. This time he's carrying 3 cups, puts them on the table in front of you, and growls out and enjoy again, and then walks back to the back.
You guys already done with this food. He just like.
He's efficient.
He will note that as he he will note that as he comes back. He's just gonna look down, like you're watching, and you can just see he gives like a very small nod of approval, and like walks back.
From my past experiences with drinking anything, I want to look into the cup and see if there's anything suspicious about my drink.
It's not. It looks like a perfectly normal clear drink, but it doesn't smell like it's a normal clear drink. Like it smells slightly sweet. It also doesn't smell a bit like alcohol.
LaCroix!
You know what? Never mind. There are bubbles in it. Absolutely, there are bubbles in it.
Oh, I take a sip. Is it funky though? Or?
No, this tastes delicious,
There you go.
and there's not a hint of alcohol in it, like you smell.
I throw all the reasoning behind it. I just start chugging it then.
That's usually what we do with alcohol, actually.
Well, there's usually something on the line at that point.
I see.
Yeah, it's delicious and nothing more, and very thirst quenching.
Perfect.
It's the quenchiest.
It's the quenchiest. The wolf man comes back out with another plate of food and puts it down in front of you, taking the empty one.
All right, I'm just gonna dig in right away.
Wolfing it down.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am so disappointed in myself.
Terrible. I want to just like
Nice.
look around the
Let's just
inn. How
research
busy
this
is it?
Currently, it's like midnight, so not.
Not very busy? Okay. Alright. So there's like not a lot of people sitting and watching around?
Nope.
Alright, I'm gonna go try to find his room. And try to find him. And just like bring him downstairs.
All right. You go as you're heading up. You are just watching, and then you feel that you're just walking. You feel like something's watching you.
Just gonna move my dagger a little closer to me, kind of have it on ready, but just continue walking.
You hear a little scraping sound, but right behind you.
Those scrapings on it.
Like it sounds like something made out of wood scraping on the floorboards below, and kind of sharp wood thing.
Okay, Finn, check it out. I'm just gonna turn around and dagger in hand and like face whatever, but not try to hit them, but just like intimidate kind of deal.
You swing around, and you see absolutely nothing. And then you look down, and you see at your feet, at about the size, like a little thing, about the size of like a small dog or a cat, and like in roughly the same shape, like quadrupedal with a tail and a head and like slightly pointy ears, but like vague shape that you can't really tell it is. And it appears to be made out of a bush.
I know this.
It's just going to go, and it's just like looks over, like it doesn't pay any mind to your dagger. It just like looks over at your, like it seems absolutely infatuated with your trousers, and just like paws at it, and then loses interest and like looks up and it's like seems to be investigating every part of you.
Sap, really?
What are you? Who are you? What do you want?
Makes a little like rustling leaf sound, and like you hear like what sounds like little words almost, but interspersed with the rustling of things, and it's not in any language that you even recognize.
Okay. Just gonna continue walking forward. Just how strange. Just kept trying going to find
Alright.
his room, ignoring the strange bush.
Sounds close to your room.
You keep going, and the bush seems to be following, and you go over, find his room, knock.
I open, fully clad in my armor.
Fully naked.
I had to clarify that. Yeah.
Like, you
Never
never
takes
take that
off
off.
suit.
It is part of my rituals,
I see.
He is a cleric. It's part of his religion.
as well as my
Weapons
fasting.
are part of my religion.
In all these references.
Canonically,
I am very similar to a Mandalorian. I'm not gonna
Canonically,
lie.
the Mandalorian way is now the way of the god that you worship.
Bet, let's
Nah,
go.
not that far, but I will use this inspiration.
What do you need?
I'm just gonna try to talk as a group, try to figure things out, our next move, and get you.
I see. I will come down. And I come down.
Alright, so you all are all
Do I
down.
see the small shrub?
You do definitely see the small shrub. The small shrub followed him into your room.
Well, he would get in my room.
Yeah, no, it was just like a door.
Okay, well, it's walking through the door once it's open.
Hello?
It looks over at you and seems very interested in your armor.
I reach down and pick it up.
As you pick it up, reach down and pick it up, like when you grab it, like you try to pull it up, but it's like those hangy plants are just like long vines, like they just slip through your fingers and like go down and join the form again. You just go through. It feels like you're just pushing through leaves.
How strange. Do you know what this is?
I have no idea what it is at all. They just followed me.
Interesting. Doesn't seem harmful, at least.
I sure hope so.
I don't know, that ain't go downstairs after.
Alright, the thing is going to stay behind as you leave and stay in your room. Or try, if you want to try to kick it out.
Pulls out.
Yeah. No, I think
Spurt.
I don't really have anything valuable left in
It
the
is-
room, so I'm just gonna.
It has gone to sniffing the things that you did, like your hammer and things like that, but doesn't
Yeah.
seem to. It doesn't look like it's strong enough to be able to lift it.
Yeah, I think it'll be fine. So yeah, head downstairs. I didn't need to hang in my room.
Yep. Alright, y'all leave and go downstairs.
Alright. We need to talk about what happened.
There's a small pile of cups in front of him.
Drinking again.
It's not alcohol, I promise. It's just juice.
I see.
Soda's been invented.
So we need to talk about what happened back there at the cave, like the dungeon of what it was. If we're going to work together, we have to come up with some kind of plan. Try to figure out our strengths again.
Indeed.
As as you're talking, Maya's going to walk over to your table real fast and might put 3 more keys down on the table and is going to say, when you're ready to go to bed, here are your keys. I'm going to go and start closing down, cleaning up for the night, and then head to bed. If there's anything I can help you with, or you need to know anything about the city, come and talk with me. Until then, enjoy your night.
Thank you.
Alright, you may continue your conversation, sorry.
Well, you seem to be a capable spellcaster.
I do. I enjoy my sword, but spells are my fancy. And the two of you seem to be well with hammers, as you've shown before.
Hammers are an effective weapon.
Very much so.
Even against an armored foe. With a cutting edge cannot pierce. The hammer will take care of it. Alright, anyways.
Alright.
Well, what will our next step be?
Thing has to do with that sword that Burning Whisper has.
Oh, this one? I just pull it out.
The hollow
You
dragon.
want-
So by the way, you don't have a sheath for that.
It's just strapped to my back kind of thing.
Like, you don't have anything to hold it. It doesn't come with a sheath or anything else.
It might be wise to keep that covered somehow, so as not people don't covet it and try to take it.
So I don't really have any. Well,
I could probably craft you one.
I would appreciate that.
I'll keep it simple as to
I could help
avoid that
Yes.
any trouble.
Also, I don't want people to think I have money. Here you go.
I don't explode.
Make a spellcasting saving throw as soon as you make contact with her.
Great. Why did you hand it to me?
He knew he was
You're creating me a sheet.
That is a 12.
Lose her first level spell slot and take.
Permanently?
No, until you
Just-
take a long
just
like,
as
it
it
gets
attached
expended.
it.
Like you used.
And take 7 necrotic damage.
I hand it back. I will hand you with measurements, and I'm going to pull some stuff, and I'm going to take the measurements down, and that seemed to wither my soul away.
Oh.
that weapon.
Well,
Whatever.
As
However you describe that.
as a religious man, you should be able to actually relatively well assess what's happening here.
Okay, I would like to assess what's happening.
He says that out loud.
So,
I would like to assess what is
so
happening.
basically, it doesn't appear like you felt radiant damage, which essentially affects the soul, but it didn't it doesn't feel anything like that.
Okay.
It's like it's directly attacking, like drawing on your connection to the magical weave of the universe. Like it's not really like you aren't necessarily the target. It seems to be going for the magic of the universe itself that you have access to, and damaging you in the process.
Seems to be very draining to magic.
Really?
Tempted to. Well, I relay the information I was just given.
Does anyone have any clarifying questions that they would like to ask?
Duger, you want to try it?
I think I'm okay. Thank you very much.
I think that weapon has
Okay.
a similar effect to what we faced with Mr. Gibb. When his body was rotting away, we couldn't do a thing, but he was able to pick him up easily. I think those two magics are connected in some way, which I suspect there might be a bigger plot at hand.
Also, we have a way to communicate with B. We didn't know this before.
We do. Just kind of like start playing with the ring. Just, yeah.
And is that it?
Yes. I haven't used it, but I received that vision of all of us with that sword. Haven't tried to communicate with him. Don't know what to say.
He was the one
You
who
should
tried
try.
things on the quest, correct?
Yeah, we could just ask him what we need to do with this sword.
That would be a good choice of our next step.
Hey, boo.
He's pretty
Okay.
cryptic, so I don't know how helpful he'll be, but
Anything is better than nothing.
try it. Just gonna
His last cipher wasn't.
take
His
the
last
ring off.
cipher wasn't too hard.
Just put it in the
We
center
got
of the
the flip.
table. Whoever wants to communicate with him, be my guest.
Were you not the one he gave the ring to?
No,
I
he did
found
not.
the ring.
He
That's right.
took it off of old man Jin's body, along with a silver coin that he gave him.
There's some
As
bunch
the
of
wielder
like little
blade, I think
gears.
it might fall.
Sorry?
You're gonna pull out
Okay.
those like little
I'm
gears,
okay
like
with
little
that.
pieces, and build this little like contraption. He's gonna pick up the ring.
Oh.
And he's gonna put the ring into it, and he's gonna try and like just put a little bit of magic into it, like maybe cast sending or something.
Alright, so you do so. Could you roll a artifice check, just like intelligence plus proficiency? Spellcasting bonus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nat 20. All right.
Great.
Good start. Good start.
I mean, I'm not sure why we're surprised. He either rolls like a 5 or a 3. So,
You're right.
either below 10 or 20. No in between.
There's no
But-
in between.
Yeah, so you build this thing, and like, it's an ornate device. And due to this, you are very confident that the fact that it's not sending a message isn't due to the device. This thing doesn't appear to be designed to send information.
Oh,
So
Merely receive.
I don't think that this thing can actually send. I think we have to receive information from B.
However, just due to the awesomeness of the device and the fact you rolled a 20, you can actually, using this device, pinpoint the direction that the signal is coming from.
But I can almost feel a magical pull in a specific direction to kind of like point out the direction.
Yeah, you point out the direction. If you were outside, like if you were in the dragon fleet, it would be pointing towards the center of the region that you're in, the one stationary island.
It is pointing
Though it
towards.
appears to be moving very slowly.
It's pointing towards like the center of like the area we're in right now, but it's
You would know that that's where the center, like the capital island is,
It's-
the home of the bronze dragon lord.
Is that not a
it's
dangerous
like
place?
moving.
No, it's not.
What direction can I feel it moving?
Towards you.
But it's like moving towards us almost. It feels like. I don't know why, but it feels really weird.
Interesting.
He's gonna take the ring out, put it back on the table, and like start disassembling whatever he just built.
Dang, all right. Gotta save the parts for next time. The Legos.
Yeah, what can I say?
So we'll have to wait for our message then. Or we can try finding him. How about
It
that?
does give us a direction, which is more than we have had before.
I would also remind y'all, B did not intentionally give you this ring. You guys
That's
know that.
also true. So maybe we
No,
should
it
not deal with that.
So, like, that's something to keep in mind. Like, if this is like, it's not part of his plans, probably. Whatever they may be having, you guys having the ring. Which means if he did want to communicate with you, he probably wouldn't have given you this method. This was for some reason, old man Jin had this thing.
I miss that man.
Okay. Well,
It's just a piece of information. Part of the puzzle.
I am not sure that we are going to be able to really figure this out tonight. I say we try and sleep on this, and we'll wake up in the morning, and we can kind of get some stuff done.
That seems a good plan.
Did that bush thing like follow them?
No, it's in my room.
Oh, you shut it in your room.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's going to cuddle with it.
Okay, I thought it.
Okay, never mind.
All right. So, is there anything else that you would like to do?
I'm going to go put Galti in the stable.
All right. As you go put Galti in the stable, you are surprised to like you hear like the sound of like sharp wood scratching on wood right behind you.
I'm going to. You guys haven't seen this yet. He's gonna pull like almost like a little revolver out. I'm gonna turn around really quickly.
And you see absolutely nothing until you look down and see the shrub thing.
Oh,
It appears to
Hi.
be incredibly interested in Galti.
makes sense. Just don't burn yourself. It's going to.
All right. And what's your passive perception?
Oh, 12, yeah.
As you're going and putting Galti into one of the stables.
He's gonna take the power core with him, by the way. Like, he's
Alright.
gonna remove the power core after he gets in the stable.
All right, so you climb on top of Galti, just like reach and yank out the power core, and like Galti powers down. And it's like as you're looking over, like by the glow of the power core, you see a little girl peeking around the corner who immediately ducks back behind again.
Ghost. I immediately thought of like the ring.
change.
Oh wow! I wonder if there's anyone out here. He's gonna like start like walking kind of slowly like, over to the corner where he saw her, and just like try and do it stealthily and like peek around the corner and see if you can see anyone.
Stealthy as I say, oh wow.
Yeah.
You see down by the corner on the other side of the building, same girl's peeking around the corner. As soon as she sees you, she gasps and like disappears again.
He's gonna.
What? Oh no! Oh no! I don't take the laugh here.
Stop the recording! Stop the recording!
That's Hunter smart.
He's gonna cast a long strider on himself, so he can move
A normal speed.
50 feet,
That's fast, yeah.
and for a minute I think is what it is, and he's going
I
to
think you just increase your speed by 10, right?
Does it?
doubles it. I thought.
No, that's
just by 10.
yeah.
Oh, he can move 35 feet. Then.
Oh, that's still enough
Slightly
to get to
faster
the
than the average person.
Yes.
It's still fast enough to get to the other side of the the building and get around the corner. You see just in time this same little girl, and you get a better look at her this time before she turns around the other corner to peek and then gasp and run off again. When you look, she looks like she's about 6-7 years old.
A wee lass.
She has very light gray hair with some streaks of darker gray, and she also appears to have pointed dog-like ears.
Interesting.
She's also carrying around what looks like a big leafy blanket.
Oh, no. Leafy blanket. Interesting. He's gonna take out those little pieces again, and he's going to make a little mechanical dog, just about that big, probably about the size of a football. And he's gonna wind something up on it, and it's gonna run around the corner that she's hiding around.
Fair
And it
enough.
explodes.
All right, the dog does
You ever
so.
played Smash Bros?
That's just an RCX demo.
All right, the dog does so. You send the dog around. You run over, you walk over leisurely and look around, and you see the little girl is staring wide-eyed at this little mechanical dog, just absolute wonder.
I don't love mechanical pieces. It should be okay. You're hello, what's your name?
She's gonna look at you, and then she's gonna look down. She's not acting scared. She just looks really shy.
It's pretty cool, right? Have you ever seen anything like that before? Yeah, it's really fun to make stuff like this. It's really interesting. I saw you looking at Galti. Are you interested in him too? The big boar? Here, I'll show you. And I'm gonna pick up the little dog, and I'm gonna walk her back over to where Galti is.
Mm-hmm. You go over, and in the state, you're showing, you go over to Galti, yeah.
And I'm gonna put the power cord back in. And he's gonna power up.
As you do, she's gonna give a little yelp of fear, but then it seems like it's way overpowered by curious.
Wouldn't be something.
What's something safe you can show her?
Hold on. He's monstrous, so he's a large creature. But I can make him smaller, right?
Not unless you got the other thing.
Oh, no, I did not do that. But I have a familiar point. I have a familiar point, right?
Yeah.
But it costs 2. He's just gonna breathe out steam, a lot of steam, smoke machine type.
Just steam fills the area, and she's just gonna start laughing in delight, and just claps her hands, and then the little leafy blanket falls down, and suddenly forms into that shrub thing that you saw earlier.
Oh.
She's gonna pick it. She comes and picks it up, and it seems to let her pick it up, and she starts holding it starts draping plants again, starts hanging the leafy blanket it was before.
Interesting. Do you live around here? Oh, well, where do you live?
She points right back at the inn.
Ah. Oh, wow. So Maya, is she your mother? Oh, very nice. Very nice. That's adorable. And how long have you lived here? How old are you? 6. There we go. Do you speak? Yes? Okay. Lee, you kind of shy? Yes. Yes. I was like that.
She blushes violently when she does the nodding.
I was like that when I was little too. I'm gonna power down Galti again. And I'm just gonna be like, well, I'm going to go inside for tonight. I'm a little tired. It's been a long day. We fought the dragon today. That was interesting.
Her eyes are gonna go wide in wonder, and just like she's gonna like close. Then she's just gonna like giggle. Like you turn around to go inside, and you see the enormous wolf guy just like looking like by the side of the stable, like with a big armful of hay, like held under his arm. Is gonna like look at you, is going to say, "Sleep well."
Thank you. Do you need any help?
I appreciate it, but I should have it in hand.
All right. Good luck.
Sleep well. Thanks for entertaining my daughter.
Of course, she's adorable.
Gonna go over and he's gonna start like putting the hay with the other few animals that are around there.
I'm going to go take a long rest.
Alright.
Yeah.
Take a long rest?
Long rest. The thing is not in the room anymore, I assume.
What? Thing is not in your room any longer.
Interesting.
The door appears to be open. Slightly.
I hope nothing's stolen.
You go in, there's absolutely nothing stolen.
Excellent.
As the hammer moves.
Though you do notice that the chest is slightly open.
There seems to be a security issue.
The hammer's been thrown into the wall.
I do not think if we throw the hammer at the wall, then we have much bigger problems on our hands.
Maybe strong.
Yeah. Facts. Yeah, long rest.
Alright,
Long
long
rest.
rest.
Before I go to bed, I take my
Oh!
the cursed.
There's also going
For
to.
now.
You could, it's called the Weave Render. The Weave Render. That's right.
I
You
I
should
wrap it
bring
in
mine.
my bedroll. Just
also, as part of this, I'm gonna use a. Do I have like pieces on hand to make a sheath, or am I have to go buy those?
I mean, all you need for your channel divinity to do it is materials for it.
Yeah.
And just you have lots of those, and I'm assuming you are around to see if
That's
there's
true.
those.
I'm gonna go ask you for some materials for a sheath.
I mean, all he has is expensive attack materials.
I only have
Never
like
mind.
mithril and adamantine
And gold.
And gold, yeah.
I will purchase something at the market.
Golden ingots.
You could use gold if you really wanted to.
I would like to avoid drawing attention.
That's probably a good idea. It'd be cool if it was. What color is adamantine?
It's like a dull slate gray.
That would look really cool with the blade, though.
It's shockingly, it's very shiny though.
Maybe not that.
It would look interesting, however. That's what we want to avoid.
Do you know how to work with leather?
I do. Wait.
Probably a leather sheath would be better because it does not draw attention.
Well, I don't know. Smith's tools probably makes. I don't know if you can make that. I'll figure something out.
I mean, you could produce leather worker tools.
I could produce leather workers tools, but we're not proficient with them.
True.
I'll just buy some iron at the market or something.
Or you could just buy a leather sheath.
Or I can just buy a sheath, yeah.
He's gonna buy me like, I made this for you.
That might not fit the thing that you're looking for.
Yeah, I'm probably going to buy some materials and just craft it.
I was gonna go to the room. Like, so you took some things from the cave, didn't you?
Yes. Of course.
Do you mind if I study them for the night? I promise to return them. I just want to study them.
What specifically?
The dragon left behind, the ingots, the scales.
Oh, yes. You can take a look at them. I'm gonna just give him those like little scales.
Yeah. Alright, so you have acquired 9 tiny hollow dragon fragments.
You're gonna take those.
You were also interested in the like extremely like the very white silvery metal that he had, right?
The white silvery metal.
Or maybe
The
you were
mysterious ore.
Mhm.
I was interested in that.
Yeah, I'm just like anything. I'm just kind of trying to study.
I'll give him the mystery ore.
How many?
As well, but I'm going to hold on to the adamantine and mithril.
I don't have to take those.
Yeah.
So I just take those.
We're just builds up.
Okay.
Let's identify.
Yeah.
And then like
That's what I'm doing in my room. Identify, comprehend.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm just gonna take the mysterious ore and the hollow dragon pieces. I'm just gonna like in my room get the chalk out, make a circle, start to like do ritual casting of identifying. And there's more. There's languages. I'll do comprehend languages.
All right.
Anything to understand these better.
So we'll start with the hollow dragon segments.
this thing, your identify spell successfully identifies them as being parts of a hollow dragon, though it doesn't seem to show any distinction between of size. But the soul of the dragon has either departed or is slumbering so deeply that it can't detect it.
And does it detect any magic? Because identify doesn't it detect magic as well?
It does detect if it's magic. It doesn't necessarily detect anything that you wouldn't expect. Like, we're gonna hand wave and say that you know enough about what a hollow dragon is to expect certain things. There's a little bit of necromancy magic, as would be expected in a vessel for an undead dragon. And that's about it. Just the necromancy.
Okay. And after that, I also detect magic on it.
It's magic. It's got necromancy.
Okay. Is there anything special? Like, do I need to attune to these things, or
They do not accept attunement or seem to provide any use.
So they're just like remnants of its magic, essentially. Okay then. Time for mystery aura.
All right. When you go to identify that, you are able to identify it. This is something called lunar steel.
Lunar steel, huh? Lunar steel.
That might make a good sheath, man.
No.
It's only so there's not very much of it. Like, this is enough to make like 2 daggers, maybe. Like, maybe.
Are you gonna melt down this guy? Oh,
We
wait,
could
that was
get,
not
like,
stuff, never mind.
a sword, like a short sword. Like, it's about 2/3 the size of what you would expect the normal thing to be in this. And by normal thing, I mean a moon blade. You are aware of what that is because you're a half elf, and Voro probably told you about those. You're a human?
Yeah, I'm human.
I thought you were half elf for some reason. Yeah. Well, Voro was your master, and she is an elf, and she probably would have told you about it. Those are only made by elves and only accept elves as wielders, and lunar steel is required to create them.
I have a question.
Yes.
This is Gavin. If I made ammunition out of this lunar ore in my repeating shot, could I just basically infinitely have?
No, you would
Because
not
if
create
it's
infinite
empty-
lunar steel.
Yeah, just if
Like,
it's empty, then yeah.
You keep shooting.
Okay, got it.
Unless you have like a thrown weapon, in which case it does come back.
but it doesn't replicate. So.
It was an idea.
It was a good idea.
No, so after that, just gonna go to bed now. Maybe.
All right. Anything else anyone would like to do?
I just wrap up the sword for my bedroll and sleep on my switch tonight.
All right. Long rest. Sword gains anti-magic charges.
So now I'm at 2.
You roll a d4 and name how many.
Oh, for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Every morning it will gain more charges.
That's a 4, baby!
All right. It regains 4. It gains 4 anti-magic charges. Your total is at 5. Every single day, this will happen. So from now on, you keep track of long rest, roll the dice, and then
it just piles up.
It just piles up.
It will just stack.
Cool.
Big plus because New Year's form. No.
All right. So, what would everyone like to do?
Is it now a new day?
Well, I will need to head to the market to make this man sheath for his sword.
I would be up and early and
I
just
would've helped
down
him
making
out.
breakfast. Also would have returned his stuff to him.
You're gonna go try to help make breakfast.
No, I would have been down, like, would have had a breakfast,
Okay.
and then would have returned to my room, done studies, and sword practice. Sharpen my skills.
You always.
Yeah, you need.
All right. You go downstairs. The common room is significantly more full now. There seems to be like several families. They all look like they're on the poorer end, and Maya seems to be good friends with every single one of them. She keeps on going to the back and coming out with plates of food and drinks. The big scary wolf guy isn't coming out anymore.
Because you'd scare them away. Probably, actually.
And you just you catch a little glimpse of the shrub thing every once in a while, just weaving between people's legs, and no one pays any mind.
Interesting. I'm just like, Maya, can I get?
All of you guys see basically the same scene when you guys eventually go downstairs.
I just need a breakfast. If you could bring it up to my room, or I can wait down here for it, that'd be great.
Of course, I'll bring it up as soon as it's ready.
Thank you. Just back up my room.
Right? So you want to go to the market?
I'm going with
You're preparing. You're going with him.
I go try to see the wolf guy.
All right. So, Yeah, while Maya's out delivering food or something, you like walk in, like you go to the back, and you see a very well stocked kitchen. Not that you really know what that looks like, but a very big kitchen with lots of
There's a lot of food, man.
a lot of equipment, and a raging fire. And like just for a second, like looks like a scene from out of a nightmare, like a werewolf backlit by an enormous flame. And then just like he starts tossing in ingredients, and, like making a big old egg hash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mr. Wolfman,
He's gonna turn around and he's gonna say, "What are you doing back here?"
I was just wondering if I could help out cooking or something.
Appreciate the offer, but guests aren't allowed in the kitchen.
Oh, sure. I understand, and kind of just slowly walk out.
Thank you for helping Sylph get back. I appreciate anyone helping my daughter. And like turns back and like keeps on stirring the pot.
All right. Well, I just sit in the common area and just request some food and just wait.
All right, all of you guys get your food eventually. You guys get your breakfast and then head out to the market. So this market is bustling. Like if any of y'all have ever been in a city with a big market, which you probably have because the dwarves are big. This thing's this thing is rivaling the size of the dwarven markets, which are supposedly the biggest in the world. Like, and
We've also done dwarven markets, yeah.
the streets here seem way too small to support crowds of this size. Like it seems like there's way more people here than the city was ever designed to hold.
Well, how are we going to find what we're looking for?
It doesn't seem like that's going to be too hard because constantly the merchants are trying to sell absolutely everything they own by shoving it in your face. Most of it is not things
Oh, I'm like looking up at people.
All you can see is the fish merchant currently stuffing a partially bad herring under your nose and offering it to you for 3 copper.
Sir. No, thank you. I'm gonna just see if I can just like look.
Sorry.
What's that?
It's the herring.
Oh yeah, I get it. I'm just gonna look around and see if I can find some sort of metal or crafts looking place.
There is a blacksmith shop, but there are also some raw material shops as well. Several of them.
I'm gonna take a first stop at the raw material shop.
Right? What exactly are you looking for?
Probably just some iron or something that'll just hold his weapon. I don't need much, I don't think. Iron and maybe some wood too.
Alright, well, in that case, you can get what you're looking for pretty dang cheap. Like, you're getting everything you want for 1 gold.
Bet. That's most of me. That's not most of my stuff. I don't have very much.
Actually, roll a haggling check for me.
Is that persuasion?
It is whatever skill you can choose to leverage for this.
Intimidation.
Absolutely use intimidation.
Alright.
So if you roll low, it will cost more than 1 gold. If you roll high, it can cost less.
That is a 15.
Alright, it costs you 9 silver.
That's better.
I'm gonna go find Brian Whisper.
Actually, I have
And
perfectly 9 silver. I'll pay
gonna-
for it.
Oh, okay.
We need to go check on the boat. I want to make sure that it's still there, nothing's happened. We also need to get supplies for it.
It has
Some
disappeared overnight.
food, ropes, other things to maintain it.
I was thinking that we could grab Sylph and maybe go get some health potions, possibly.
Probably stock all the materials then. Sounds good.
Let's go grab Sylph first.
Yeah, let's go get it.
All right.
Alright, you go up, knock on Sylph's door. Like there's a delay, and then Sylph gets out. She looks like she's still dressed in her like nightgown, just like she just barely woke up. It looks like
Gentlemen!
it is completely modest.
So,
Maybe unless she's
sleep
probably
it up?
dressed.
I feel quite a bit better.
You think you're up to taking us on a stroll into town, perhaps?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for maybe some healing items, and Flint needs some resources
Some things for the ship.
All right, absolutely. I can take you to the place where we can get those. Give me a couple minutes. I'll be down.
Okay, I'll meet you in the front.
All right. So you guys go down. You're meeting her by the front door, and Sylph just suddenly jumps down from the roof and lands right in front of you guys.
Right on. Lead the way.
My room is there because I like doing that.
Oh, isn't your leg still injured?
We'll be fine now.
I wouldn't chance that.
She goes and starts hopping up and down on it for a second to prove it, and like, see, it's fine. And she like lands a little bit funny and like winces, like, okay, maybe not. I'll take it a couple of days more easy.
Perfect. I I don't want to be carrying you, so.
He wasn't here to do it. All right. So Sylph is going to bring you, showing you around places, and because you have her with you and she knows the place, you guys can have advantage on your haggling checks for the items you're looking for.
Convenience.
So you're looking for healing potions, you said?
Healing items, potions, whatever.
Healing medicine kits, healing potions.
Syringes.
At least one medicine kit would be useful to have, actually, just in case.
Because potions.
In case we run out of spell slots.
You're going for the potion, so you roll for that one.
Okay.
So just so you know, the average price of a potion of healing is 50 gold.
50 gold?
Yeah, they're expensive.
They're not cheap.
Is there any other cheaper healing items?
No. That's the lowest.
Well, like healing kits, they're cheaper, I would imagine, but they don't like
They don't
heal. They
heal,
stabilize.
they just stabilize if
Mhm.
you're unconscious.
And those cost 5 gold pieces.
Well, I'll try to get one of those.
One of those things?
Yeah.
We've got a climbing kit.
Oh, from the iron hammer, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, from...
I have no gold. I'm like broke, guys.
Alright.
I think I might
Okie dokie. I got a. What would I add to that?
whatever stat you can justify.
I use insight.
Sure. That's fair.
To read the other
I
person.
got 21.
21? Oh, right. You successfully get it down to 3.5.
Perfect.
Well, I mean, not... You're getting a healer kit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 3.5 gold.
Not a healing person.
No, definitely not. 3.5 gold for a healing potion. I don't trust it.
3.5 gold. It only costs 3.5 gold. Okay. It's a healing potion. Poison.
So we have a healer's kit, which... Oh no, it's too far. I have to...
Alright, also as you guys are walking, you guys recognize, like, this place has a lot of guards, like, way more guards than should be necessary for a town of this size.
You know what?
And they seem more skilled than usual. Like, they just carry themselves in a way that, like, looks like they're actually used to battle. Not like the overconfidence of guards who just got a uniform on. Like, actually knowing what they're doing.
Can Duger, like, in the market, see one of these guards and just, like, walk up to one of them?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And just be like,
I'm carefully watching you as you do this.
where are you from?
He's gonna look down at you. He's going to say, "I'm one of the police officers brought in to make preparations.
Preparations for what?
Are you not from around here?"
I am not, no.
Mm-hmm. Well, then, for your information, good sir, an ambassador for the Dragon Lord is coming to visit and renegotiate the treaty in a couple of days.
Oh, got it. Interesting. Okay. I was about to say, the guards force looks very, very, very experienced here, and looks very well mannered compared to some of the other cities I've been in.
Yes, well, the Organization of Eastern Trade Interests takes our security very seriously, and we can take very good care of our citizens here. It is normal. This is a normal level of competency for the police force here in this city, though our numbers have been increased as many other private contractors have been brought in as of late.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm in a safe city.
Mm-hmm. And so long as the order is kept, you should have a perfectly safe time here. As long as you don't go poking your nose where you shouldn't go, and stay in line. He doesn't seem to show any sign of malice there. It just seems like almost like a road, like he's required to say something along these lines.
Got it. Well, thank you. That's very useful information for me.
I hope you remember the things you've learned about personal property rights.
Yes. Now I know it's going to be even harder to steal in the city.
Can you now understand why Sylph said she was run out of the Palace of Guard several times?
Yes. And I'm going to say, I hope you have a great day. And walk away.
Oh, I thought that was after you walked away that I mentioned that. I don't say that in front of you.
I'm going to say that afterward. Okay.
Yeah.
I said what I said afterwards as well.
All right. So, Eli, you want to get equipment stuff for your ship? Yes.
Yeah, just try to maintain, get rations and things to maintain the ship.
All right. So basically, the way we're going to do this is we're going to make it the living, the living costs, monthly costs. In order to get enough supplies to last, to keep upkeep the ship and get supplies for a month will cost the amount depending on the lifestyle you choose for it.
Okay. Well, I love my ship, but I don't know the crew very well. And so we'll go at it like a. What are the living styles again?
There is squalid, poor, modest, comfortable, wealthy, aristocratic. Squalid is starving.
We'll go like modest. Modest to what was the other one?
Poor, modest, comfortable, wealthy.
What's modest to like comfortable range?
All right.
Try to get the best deal there.
So that would cost per day. It costs 1 gold piece to live a modest lifestyle and 2 gold pieces for a comfortable lifestyle. So per month that would be times 30. We're just gonna average it out to 30 because I don't want to deal with math. Months here.
Or a different calc.
Months here are all 30 even.
The year is exactly
180
12
days. I don't know.
12 times 30.
I'm gonna try my best to haggle the price and get the best deals. But we're gonna try to go like a month of comfortable.
All right. So that would be
30 gold.
60 gold.
Oh.
Where's my hand over here?
Oh, how much gold do you have?
Don't worry about it. How much I have?
Better roll good.
Maybe I should roll.
With advantage?
Yeah,
because Sylph is
Sylph
here.
is helping and she
Yeah.
gives them pointers on what they're looking for.
I'm going to add my intelligence because intelligence, blah.
What's my good
Good
stuff?
reasoning.
We're gonna add like
You got like a 16 probably.
my investigation, so it's 18.
How are you going to be investigating? How are you using that in order to help you haggle?
So just like look at the overall quality, like kind of like investigation or insight, like the overall quality of things, and just kind of like, just very nitpicky. Of there's a dent
that's
here,
a very good method.
there's
Okay.
this there. Like you're selling it at this price, but in reality, because of the low quality of where it is, it should be lower here. But I'm gonna give you this.
All
price
right,
instead.
that's fair. What's your number total?
I'm giving it for me for 30. I'm gonna, because of all the issues here, it really is best priced at like 5 gold, but I'll give you 10 gold.
They're gonna turn you down flat.
I'll give you 10 gold.
This is the 60 gold one.
This
Not
costs
30.
60 in total.
30? 60?
Yeah,
I thought it was 30.
no,
You
this
got
is
the
60, not the
comfortable. You got you're going for comfortable. That's 2 gold a day.
Oh, we'll go, okay, after getting denied there, we'll go 5.
We're gonna
Modest.
pretend that modest. In that
Real
case-
modest. I want to see if I can
This is why I don't.
It's not much better. 16?
16.
Doing like the same hassle.
All right. He agrees to give it to you for no lower. After haggling, he agrees to give it to you for no lower than 21. If you don't have enough, do you not have enough?
Give me a second, so let me talk with my compatriots here. I'm gonna take Sylph and him back. Guys, I'm a lot of gold. I don't know.
How much do you need?
How much do you have?
How much do you have?
I have 10 gold.
Oh,
Everybody self reaches into her pocket and tosses you a little a coin. You catch it and it's a platinum piece.
Where did you get this, Sylph?
That's not relevant, and also I'm not sure.
Insight.
You have a gold that you can give him?
That was part of my emergency ship fund. I've lost a couple.
how much is a ship?
The one that you were on, a lot. Other ones significantly less. She won that one in gambling off of a artifact. That means a magic item being bet, so it was valuable versus valuable.
So if we're
Yeah,
gonna
we're
get
not very rich. And we didn't get any money
Anything
from
from the-
yeah.
It'd probably be best if you don't step foot there.
what? Why is not?
Because you're just as likely to walk out having made your life as to get brutally murdered in an alley for what you want.
So why haven't you been killed yet?
I'm hard to track down that.
I returned them to you already.
Makes sense.
Well, I'm not there.
Yeah, no, because like in the morning, I returned your stuff after digging them out. I'm like, I wonder. Because they have like no magic to them, just lingering necrotic.
It could be very valuable.
You could also be turned into things.
It could be
So you got cheap. So now you have a total of 20 gold now.
The platinum is 10, yeah.
Yeah, it's 10.
So when I got 10, I was like, all right, I'll help you out too. This is a lot of what I got. So here's one.
1 gold.
You need 21, right?
By the way, this is for one person to live a month, just so you know.
You might have to choose a little bit of a cheaper option.
Or you could just like earn some gold and come back and buy more supplies later. Like,
You do need some money somehow.
Sylph is really good at gambling.
Rather make an honest living.
I prefer to avoid that because I've lost a lot more than I've won.
Why do you have money then?
Because I keep on going and doing work.
Okay, fair enough. Well, then where do we go for work then? So
My personal favorite is to go into dangerous places where no one's been in a long time and take everything of value.
I like that. What do you think, Flynn? Honest work.
I'd rather
We're not here.
make an honest living.
Yeah, doing what? Making bread?
How about smuggling? I know how to help with that.
That's another good one.
You know, we'll talk with the others about options.
I don't know. Sylph has a lot of good ideas.
She's like, thank you for your offer. sir.
Please
Just kind of walk out.
don't tell Maya or Diego that I said either of those options.
Tell him what.
Diego.
Dang it.
Diego.
Diego Martinez. Diego
Not gonna, not gonna take the offer and just go back to the rest of the. Just like continue shopping for other things, and just kind of like calculating in my head in the numbers. Numbers, not numbers. What are the numbers?
You don't go with the Black Ops?
No.
It's the best way
So just, I think I try to.
Play sometime.
As we're walking, I'm gonna try to look for these guys, knowing that they went out to the market. See if we can try to catch up to them, find them somewhere.
Roll a perception check.
Just stick your head over the top of the crowd and you'll find me.
So it's probably be in the blacksmith shop, right?
You said
Let's see if we can.
It is a
19?
18?
19.
19? Okay, yeah, you easily find them. They are indeed nearby the blacksmith shop. Well, blacksmith and apothecary shop. The two are appear to be attached. One side sells magic potions. You actually were already there.
Yeah.
And the other side is a blacksmith shop with a full forge in the back.
Right on.
They want to try and use their anvil.
I could ask. Although I have some tools with me, I don't have an anvil. Yes.
There is also smith's tools dangling from the tool belt, by the way.
I have Smith's tools.
Very nice.
That's
Why aren't you putting it inside of the tool belt?
it's cooler.
Cosmetically,
Because it looks cooler.
cosmetically, it looks cooler.
It's something gives people something to steal.
It does. But then I can just produce more.
Unlimited Smith's tools. Anyways,
By the way, that does not mean you can sell them.
Yes.
They disappear after a little while if they get too far away from the source.
I think
You sell them. Walk away.
Not gonna lie, I've done that before. With a warlock pact weapon.
combo.
You remember I did that with my warlock pact weapon.
oh
in
my
Princess
gosh,
Strahd.
you did. That's right.
I almost got, and I just chilled out. Like the thing is that the warlock pact weapon disappears if you get more than 30 feet away from it. So I just chilled on the outside in the back alley behind it, and then I left. And then
Yeah.
So let's do that.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk to the blacksmith and ask him if I can borrow an anvil for an hour.
if you're willing to pay for the space,
How much?
say 5 silver an hour.
What if the thing I'm making is for a friend, but if I stayed an extra hour, I can make something for you as well. What do you need done? Anything less than 100 gold, roughly. I can make it in an hour.
And if you would like some dwarven help, I am also here.
I do not want your help.
Ooh!
That's referring to the blacksmith, but that's okay.
Alright. To look like you know your way around the hammer and anvil. You work for me until you're done. Then you work for me for an extra hour after you're done. You work for me while he's here. We have a deal.
Indeed.
Alright, cool. So you are going to get put to strenuous work making various orders. This guy seems to get lots of custom orders for various things. And you notice that he appears to be tinkering in artificy over in the front.
I'm gonna pull that dog out of my.
What?
Not guilty.
And and occasionally going over to the other shop and mixing a potion. Like the guy seems very, very swamped with various custom orders and things like that, and doesn't seem that interested in conversation with you two at all.
Very nice. I use Artisan's Blessing to craft the stuff.
All right, you craft the stuff.
Artisan's
And then
Blessing.
because the
Channel Divinity.
the maul gives me, I can use one that once per dawn. I'm gonna do it twice, so that's a 2 hour. I don't want to get more uses of that, but anyways, I do that. And my second one, I'm just gonna ask him what he needs done that's less than 100 gold, and I can just make that.
He's going to give you the hardest custom order thing he has in there. It's super, super like ornate and things like that. It costs almost the full 100 golds to get this helmet thing that you're getting right now.
I crafted in an hour.
You crafted it in an hour, and he's just gonna look in amazement, like, need a job, boy?
I might. Depends on how long we'll be staying here. How much will he pay?
I'll give you a cut of every item that I sell of yours if you come work for me.
How much?
Let's say, since it's my equipment in my shop, 25% of everything you make.
That's pretty good. I'll take 30.
28.
Acceptable.
Nice. Business like usual.
Business like usual.
Do I have to make any rolls for the stuff I'm making, or is it pretty?
Most of what you're getting is not too terrible.
Oh my god.
And as an artificer, it's like this is child's play.
cool.
You've been making this since you were literally 5.
Job acquired.
Guys,
I just got a job.
We acquired a day job in D&D. You can't open that in real life
It
anymore.
really is that fantasy life of things that are unattainable.
It's like magic, guys.
I wasn't expecting you guys to take that job. That was just in character thing, but that
I
guy
mean,
would definitely.
if I need money here, we'll see.
I was gonna, yeah, I was saying, at this point we found them.
And I also will clarify, like, I do not know how long I'll be in town, however. But if I do come back.
I'm especially busy right now. I've got more work to do with my potions thing than usual, and I can't keep up with the demand.
I see. Well, I'll assist if I can.
Come back tomorrow if you're interested. And then he goes back to pounding on something some hot metal.
Nice. And I leave with the stuff, with the scabbard and whatever fancy helmet I made for him. Well, I don't leave with it, but you know what I mean.
Yep. All right. So you guys find them leaving with said stuff.
Oh, found you guys just in time.
Yeah.
We.
Flynn over here got turned down by 3 women and one of the tradesmen, so he's a little down today.
I made you a scabbard and I
Again.
toss it to you.
Just
It's not light.
It's
pretty
not
cool.
light.
It's
It's made out of solid iron.
although you have a 19 strength, I assume you can take.
I spent half I use it like a tin can.
Just take a short rest and you can make it again.
coming back
You
tomorrow.
do get that every short rest.
He can make a lot of things.
Dude, I can make so much
I
money.
take the sword and just unwrap it and put it back in the sheath in public and put it on my shoulder.
All right. Take it out. You see him take the huge black sword out of his bedroll that he's just been walking around on his back with, and put it into the sheath.
You can still wrap it in the roll if you want.
It's a good idea. I wrap it up and put it on the back.
Though, as you put it into the sheet, you notice that you two notice this because you were here before. As he's approached the inside of the shop, the fires that are the magical fires that are keeping the forge going and the potion brewery going seem to have gotten dimmer and lower.
I advise you walk away from any source of magic.
Which could be a lot of things, honestly.
It seems that your sword has an effect on all sorts of magic. It's dimming. The fires got dimmer. I know they're not supposed to. And I know that your sword eats away at magic.
I kind of look at him funny and then I just walk over to the flames, kind of confused.
The closer you get, the smaller they get.
Oh.
The blacksmith starts getting cursing as his metals. It looks like it's heating less, and goes over and starts trying. And he goes and starts casting things over and trying
Whisper.
to fire here again.
Yes. I see now. So just leave the shop and be a little more cautious, I guess.
That could prove useful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, none of you noticed as Sylph disappeared.
Oh, I was kind of sad. I was gonna try to keep watch on. Like, as he pulled out the sword, I was like, I feel like I would be like keeping watch of things and character.
Where's Sylph? What's
She's
she
making us money.
Start checking pockets.
Yeah.
You have everything that belongs to you.
Are my smith tools there?
They belong to him?
It's like Sylph's gone again.
Everything except for the tongs are there, and you catch Finn holding them a little ways off.
Whatever. They're magical.
So Sylph is not with you anymore?
She was with us a minute ago, and now she's gone. I worry where
She
she's
cannot have gone far.
Bet she's gambling without me.
I'll look around the
Problem.
house here. Just looking over briefly.
Roll perception or investigation.
Perception is
Before
hard.
the seniors, let's see.
Okay, that's an 11.
Yeah, you don't see a slight glimpse of her.
Well, I don't see her, but
My guess is she probably went back to the inn. She got bored of hanging out with this old man and decided to go back to the inn.
I'm not old. What are you talking about?
How old are you?
21.
Oh, he's the youngest here.
I'm like, I thought I was old. I'm like 30.
dude, for a dwarf, you're like
You're like
40 years.
Well,
You're actually a child.
I mean, how does
Okay,
that...
you're right. You're
no,
right.
I'm like,
30 and dwarf.
Now
years.
makes sense.
30
to
dwarf
me.
years. So you're like 100 years old.
yeah.
Okay, so no wonder. We've got Flynn, who's actually surprisingly old. You, who's like barely a man according to dwarf standards. I actually have no clue how old you are. You've
That's
given no
okay.
indication either.
That's alright.
You act like a very mature old man. And
Sure, I'll take that.
He's 21.
There's a college kid with a world-ending sword.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
Dude, I can do it. I bet I can do it.
Like, so
Crumbs left.
we, I believe, may need to find a way to make money. I would prefer to make an honest living.
I've landed a job here.
That was quick.
Really? How much do you make?
28% of what I craft.
You got robbed. That Sylph says that as you suddenly realize that she has somehow managed to get right behind you.
You're back.
Well, why'd you disappear?
What'd you win, Sylph?
Nothing. I thought I saw someone that I recognized.
Oh,
Insight check.
Roll insight.
I'd see nothing. No. I don't
Can't
think.
see through your own
Yeah,
eyes.
no, it's a 5.
I got
Thinking
this.
it? He's not gonna enjoy it.
No one apparently. Thought it was an old friend.
Really?
Interesting.
Alright. Well, because you. Well, we kind of need some resources for our boat, and will you be willing to.
So, if you actually are looking to make some more money, you may have your job. Which, by the way, you probably could have gotten up to almost 50% for him creating there. He got good.
I can
He's
make
really
an
good.
excellent profit anyways.
But I can. But if you're looking for an option, bounty hunting is honest work and it pays very well. So
I
my
like
best
that.
my best scores have come from that.
I like that a lot, guys. And it's honest, too.
Honest, yes. I would not be opposed to bounty hunting. I've had a few of those in my head before.
I will not be going with you to the office though.
I see.
I
Well,
see.
could you at least point us in the direction?
Sure. How much is your bounty, by the way?
She's going to ignore you. She's going to. She's going to say, if you head up towards head uphill along mountain, go to the top. And the guard outpost is right outside the mayor's mansion.
Excellent. Shall we look at it?
I think we should.
Did we just start
Absolutely.
crafting a device that he crafted again last night, and he's going to be kind of fiddling with the ring again, trying to see if he can tell what direction it's coming from, or if it's getting closer.
It is indeed steadily getting closer, but it seems to have taken for a while. Like it is indeed getting steadily closer, but like it's still a ways off. You can tell.
Alright. Probably.
I'm gonna wait for them, kind of like hang in the back of the party, wait for them to go up, and then just gonna try to grab Sylph and be like, What's your bounty? And who did you see?
An old friend of mine from when I was a child, from my childhood. But wasn't sure. It was just a lookalike. But and in terms of my bounty, you can go up to the office and find a seat for yourself. I'm gonna go and hide just in case you guys decide to come and capture me afterward.
Wouldn't do
I'm
that
walking
to
past first, by the way.
wouldn't do that to you. As respect to your brother. But
Appreciate it too. And maybe you can tell them that they can take his bounty down too.
why would he have a bounty?
Not important.
What do you mean not important?
The organization goes a little bit. They're a little trigger happy when it comes to putting bounties on things.
What did he do to upset them?
Got framed for piracy. They don't really care though who is actually guilty. They care more that there is repayment. Kind of like a really big nasty insurance company.
Can you try and be listening in this conversation?
I waited you guys to go.
Oh, never mind.
And just so I'm trying to like keep it hush as well.
Here comes my feast.
If you see anyone, if you see the red fangs, at least alert us.
Oh, any red fang that sets foot on this island better be standing under disguise or they will be arrested and tossed over the edge without a second thought.
Good. Stop disappearing on us. I hate when you do that. You're just gonna turn heel and go.
She's going to smile. She's going to smile. Like as you walk away, you can just like hear the smile in her voice. She's going to say, "No promises." Yep, she is indeed gone.
Imagine Batman. I hate when he does that. Every time she's done that, I just immediately think Batman.
All right, Sylph is officially Batman.
All right.
You
All
just
right.
catch
Well,
me
we go
up.
to the bounty office.
You go to the bounty office. There are a lot of various bounties. Like there are so many. By the way, Sylph is a bounty of 200 gold on her head.
Oh, what did she do?
The charges underneath include 5 accounts of smuggling and smuggling, lots of breaking and entering, but no thefts or like violent crimes. Like nothing where it actually would, if you think about it, like directly hurt a person, like a specific person. Just a whole lot of cutting corners
I like
and large, in like 15 counts of tax evasion.
That'll
the IRA is after her. The IRS is after her.
How busy is it in the guild here?
It's not. It's pretty busy right now. Like there's a lot of people looking at the things. Mostly just town guards though.
Okay. I'm going to try to stealthily
I will answer that.
take down her poster and like pocket it.
It is unfortunately in a frame nailed to the wall. All the bounties are.
I can help.
I'm gonna sneeze and create bonfire.
Sounds like a great way to get yourself arrested and on this wall.
So looking at Sylph, I'm also going to try to like take my eyesight towards and try to find Captain's.
It's
bounty.
not actually there anymore. You can't find anything.
I'm
just gonna-
some stuff.
Vanish into the crowd, and then
Alright.
try to find anyone that looks like the head and ask about that bounty.
Which bounty?
That one. Yes, that one. She goes and like the lady at the desk is gonna go and like open up a thing of records. That bounty was closed. It was claimed by a mercenary a couple of years ago.
Group of mercenaries or single mercenary?
I don't ask. One person came in, claimed the bounty, and left.
All right, thank you for that. I'm just gonna go back to
we could do them.
There are several bounties. The bounties range in price from just 10 gold to several thousand.
Perfect.
The several thousand are not very common, and they are such thing. And like one of them, like the biggest bounty on the board, which has a price of 1 million gold pieces, is EOL the Red Fang.
Oh, okay. That's why Red Fang. Yeah.
I point at that one. I was like, why don't we do this one, guys?
Just keep your mouth down. That guy talks gonna get you killed.
What are you talking about? We could easily take this guy.
Not the red.
But the picture on it is not a guy; it's a dragon.
Oh, that's okay. We can still take it. We've dealt with dragons before.
That was merciful.
We.
I do not think we have
We
the
got the
capabilities of dealing with the dragon at this point in time.
Dang it. Alright, which one should we do? One for
Let's
like
look. It's
1,000?
looking like 1,000 gold range. We're like 1,000 to 10,000. You know, keep it.
Keep our humble boys. Let's go.
All right. So that one with Iobel is up there in a class of its own. The next few lowest are all also dragons.
Probably not those yet.
But you're looking around at the board and you see various criminals. There are cards available to take. You can take, like, there are a good, like, dozen that have a bounty between 1,000 to 10,000.
Looks like we could take any of them.
All of them have a difficulty rating at the bottom. All of those ones say 7, like range from 7 to 12.
CR7. All right. Well, that's a good way of saying not yet.
Duger's gonna look in like the, like
The
3 to 4 range and see kind of what the prices are on their heads.
Those one, yeah, the 3 to 4 range. The prices at like Sylph is rated at a 4.5 or so. Like there are points. So she's considered to be a more difficult one to bring in. Also, some of them are specified dead or alive. Sylph is specifically alive.
I kind of pick up hers and take it to kind of on the.
It's in the glass case.
I can't
They're-
pick up the
they're-
whole frame.
No,
Okay.
it's not, but there are cards at the bottom where you can get like the information.
I grab and go to the front desk and say, "Why do you guys want her alive?"
Opens the file. None of her crimes are worthy of the death penalty, and so alive it is.
Oh, seems easy enough. Thank you. You think we could take a level 6?
I think a level 5 would be our maximum.
Yeah, I would agree with Q on this one.
How much are the 5s?
The fives range. So fives range in value about like the max is 500, the lowest is 100.
Should we take a 500? Level 5?
I say we.
We'll take. Sorry, what's it called? Wait. What the heck?
So you guys could just take all of these cards if you want and like leave.
We can take all of them.
We take criminal for 500. That was so hard to say. Why didn't I say that? I was trying
so long to get it out.
That was great. That was worth the
English
wait.
is my first language, guys.
There it is,
English
folks.
is my first language.
There's the Dina moment.
Not anymore.
Gosh dang it, dude.
We've been waiting for that all session.
Alright, that's all, folks.
Alright, that's the end.
Alright.
I'm done.
Oh yeah, we'll take one of all the level 5.
Yeah, we'll take one and kind of take it back to the wolf's lair.
Alright, you
Yeah,
take all the 4 to 5 cards and you guys go back to the Wolf's Lair. We're gonna just say that's a little bit later in the day now. Is there anything else any of you guys would like to do before just like poring over the cards and deciding who to hunt for the rest of the day?
Wasn't that blacksmith like you could take a break here? Have a auger, you said? Could make potions.
I cannot make potions.
Duger is going to make a little mechanical fairy
Potentially, or we can just
that can fly.
exchange
So
them
like
for
wind up mechanical fairy that can just like fly
have
around.
it.
Just kind of
Or
set
we can
loose
steal
in
it.
the wolf's lair.
Alright, I think I know what this bait is for, and it works.
Perfect.
Yeah, you see the little girl with the dog like ears chasing it around, laughing and giggling. Outside. She doesn't seem to like spending much time inside of the inn.
Okay, it makes sense. That's okay. Then,
Alright, anything else that you guys want to do?
No, what I did some calculations.
cast
and I
grease
figured
when
out-
she's running.
Do you want to see what happens when you get a wolf angry?
Do not. I just did some calculations. So at my job, I get 140 gold a day, maximum. So like, if it's less than that much, I ain't doing the bounty.
Yeah.
Running the math.
I mean, assuming that you get that valuable of work, like.
True. If I get, yeah, that's the maximum. But
And he's gonna take a cutout for the materials before he takes the money.
what?
He
I
said,
thought the 28% was
he
the.
said 28% of the profits.
I see.
He got you. You said
He got me.
Sorry, bro.
Oh well, we'll see.
Yep.
All right.
The bounty's probably more fun. Honest.
So you get to take that, you get to take criminals who are just absolutely like throwing the law to the wind and causing chaos among innocents and bring them in.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Who are some of these?
AKA Sylph.
She's only causing problems for the
Guys,
organization. And
I
that's why
have
she
an
has
idea.
things.
We turn her in and break her out.
I literally had that same
Easy
idea.
to control.
I literally had the same
Are you
It's gotta
saying
be
this
easy
out
to
loud
control.
at some point in time?
I'm just saying, guys.
He's
At the end, probably.
I've done that before. They probably won't fall for it again.
She just pops
Well,
up.
Say what you want.
I see.
She. I'm gonna be heading out. I'm gonna be heading out. I'll probably be out late. If you guys need me, talk to Maya. She can probably help you find me.
Alright, sounds good.
She goes and like she's gonna walk into this room, open the window, and hop out.
right on.
Mood.
I have an idea of something I can do.
All right. So I have a bunch of various criminals that we can do, but I'm gonna just say that you guys discuss and don't come to a decision quite yet on who you want to target, just because you don't know where to start, and go to sleep for the day.
Good plan.
We need to first think deeply about this. Who we're going to go against. And I would like to have proper spells ready at that time.
Oh yeah, of course.
All right. So you guys take a long rest, and when you guys all wake up, the streets sound very quiet. Yes.
I roll.
Yes. Roll.
3 more.
3. Pretty good.
All right. The streets are awfully quiet.
I look around. That was horrid.
I also look around, but Venus.
Is there a window?
That's talked on stuff.
Yeah. There's a window in all the rooms.
I'll
He's
give him
gonna
a look out the window at this. Like he's going to
Help
stealthily
action.
look out the window at the streets and be
Help
like,
action?
I'm assisting because I'm looking as well.
Oh my gosh.
So all of you guys are. It doesn't take much of a perception check to do this. So
No, perfect.
Yeah, alright, yeah, good.
you guys are just looking out, and you don't see any. Like, there's very few people on the streets. Most of the shops have their doors closed.
I'm gonna look at look, we're in the inn, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like see if Maya's there or whatever.
Maya is indeed there. She seems nervous.
There appears to be no one in the streets. Do you know what's happening?
There was an assassination attempt last night on the Lord Mayor.
Really?
The entire city is in lockdown.
Well,
What
Has
does that
Sylph
mean?
come home yet?
does that mean we'll be arrested if we go outside?
Actually, I'm not going to say that out loud. Okay, I'm not going to say that out loud. I'm just going to walk up and knock on Sylph's door.
I follow him.
After a couple of seconds, Sylph opens, once again looking like you just woke her up.
Stop.
I'm just gonna be like, so we were going to go out today, but we have a couple questions about what's going on in the streets.
All right,
I mean,
back,
I was
down to
asking,
Maya,
yeah.
back down to Maya.
Yes.
So,
So will we be arrested if we step foot outside?
no.
How strict is it?
It's you should be fine if you're out doing normal business, but being out being out, you may be subjected to random stops by the guards to be searched and questioned if they so desire.
I see.
They're investigating and trying to follow the criminal, see what they can find out about the perpetrator.
Interesting.
So I zoned out.
Are you trying to tell me what I think you're trying to say? That we go and we hunt down this assassin and we get the bounty and get like 1 million gold?
I think that's exactly what he's saying.
I did not say that, and I had not yet said there was a bounty on this person.
No, but there's gonna be some money if we bring this guy in.
There's a bounty on basically every criminal in anyone that your organization has
Yeah.
any sort of power.
I say we head to the organization and see what's.
We're just going to go some guards, really, because the organization is not going to be the ones. Well, okay. Are we doing it for the assassin or just for our normal stuff?
Assassin.
Okay, I think the guards might be a better bet.
Alright,
Just because
sounds good. We can go
they
to
were
one of the
someone
guards.
over there. I don't know. We'll see.
We can go to one of the guards then. Let's go.
All right, it's not hard to find a guard patrol. It's actually shockingly easy to find a guard patrol.
They're all over.
They're all over the place. And they're immediately going to stop the group of you guys and like search you guys and see that you have nothing out of the ordinary to have. Just like an
A
exception.
massive mall, and you know.
I mean, you guys look like you're adventurers, but you don't have anything that any of what they're looking for.
Going to pull off my
So who are you?
Medline, my medical, my mysterious core that we know what it is now.
Well, it's all in a bag of holding. Unless they know what's inside of the bag of holding, they can't find it when they reach in.
Oh.
Like unless they're looking for it, they can't find it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's
never
actually
mind.
So
really
like
good.
your thing just looks like an empty sack to them. Like it's
Okay,
just a
never
bunch of
mind.
empty tool
I'm
pouches.
just going to reach into one of the smaller pouches and pull out a fetching spear.
Not in front of
Would
the
you like
guards.
to check to see if there's a sweater in there?
What?
But yeah, so the assassin, so the guards are going to look over. He's going to say, "Yes, so you all look to be fighters. So I would have you know that there is a 500 gold bounty placed on the whoever this assassin is. They last night. They snuck into the Lord Mayor's mansion and were hiding in his room. At the point that they entered, he should have been asleep, but due to preparations for the arrival of the ambassador, he had been out late and was fortunately still awake when they entered. He was able to struggle long enough for the guards to come, and the assassin fled. The assassin appears to be a slight built woman with very light hair and very pale skin. She leapt from the window to make her escape and fought using daggers.
I see.
We are looking for anyone with a dagger matching the description given to us, and people of that description.
Do you have
I see. Well, thank you for your help, sir. We will let you know if we find anything.
Please do so.
And then I guess there's not
So as you guys go back, I'm assuming you guys are going to go back in the week to rethink
Back to
the top
yeah.
and such. All right. So
Have we observed what Sylph fights with?
she uses a dagger.
Yeah, it's Sylph.
Do we know what the dagger looks like?
They did not. You did not ask before leaving guards.
We can make an educated guess. I think we can. I don't think it's very.
Wait, come by! This fat little dwarf guard.
He starts rolling.
And we are going to take a break right now because I need to go to the bathroom, and I think all of you all need a break also.
Yes. Sounds good. We'll be back here shortly.
No, not Sylph.
I will if I have to.
Don't kill Sylph.
All right. So you guys are in discussing, and what are you guys thinking?
I want to march right up to Sylph's door, but I'm gonna not.
That's exactly what I
yet.
want to do.
I'm gonna sneak away from them and go to Sylph's room. That was my stealth. Another rogue, but natural 20!
Oh yeah?
Wow.
You
Let's try
are
that.
so silent that the shrub doesn't notice you while it's wandering around. While it's just wandering around, and it doesn't seem like it seems to be focused on something else, and it doesn't notice you at all. Like you get all the way to Sylph's room without anyone noticing.
Wizard, that's super stealthy.
Nat 20.
Just like, gone, go up to her room and just like, Sylph, are you still in here?
Come on in.
Oh, you dressed?
Yes, she's fully dressed, and she just appears to be like her room is completely disheveled, and she's poking around in places.
Okay. I go in and slightly like close the door, leave it slightly like ajar.
My guy.
We didn't catch you in a case today, boys.
It's like, there, I'm sure you've heard, but there's...
One second, you hear a ripping sound as like she pulls a floorboard up, like reaches in, and, like grabs a couple of like things, and, like grabs a bag and pulls it up and puts it on her shoulder.
Where?
Her look of puzzlement still still continues.
What is that bag for?
It's got some helpful tools of mine. Remember those toys that I mentioned?
What are they for?
Various different things. Mostly magic items of mine.
Where are you going with them? Since the city's on lockdown right now,
Exactly. I'm gonna go look around and try to find the person that did it.
that would not be wise of you,
That's
as
my specialty.
you tend to fit the description of what they're looking for.
When you say that, she's gonna look over at you and she's gonna like look confused.
The assassination attempt was a female figure, and the way they described it almost matches you perfectly. Daggers as weapons, small, light on their feet, jumped quite a bit to get around, and that matches what I've noticed of you.
Well, that couldn't have been me. I can prove it quite simply. She's going. She reaches out. She gestures down at her hip, where her dagger sheath is empty.
Where are your daggers?
It's a wonderful question. That's what I'm looking around for. Maybe they're downstairs. She's gonna like suddenly dash out. I'm sorry, you can't catch her. I mean, you can make an athletics check if you want for grapple.
It's okay. I have a what is it?
-1.
-1, but I'm proficient because I chose as proficiency, so it's what, just 0?
Yeah, and guess what?
Plus
She
one,
has.
plus one,
Guess
plus
who
one.
has expertise in acrobatics?
Rogue. So it's a 17.
Yeah, so I rolled a 19. She's like, not even close. Like she runs like the wind. And
I think at that.
meanwhile, downstairs, the door opens and several guards a patrol of guards walks into the room and walks up towards Maya.
Oh no.
Do I hear the door open like that?
You're too busy trying to failing to catch Sylph.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try to make my fall loud, of just.
Knee into the floor.
Everyone hears sudden boom. But you guys are pretty easy paying attention. It appears that the guards here have that the criminal, when they ran off in this direction, and they have a warrant to search the place for signs of the culprit. And right about this time, Sylph comes down, runs down the stairs, and says, "Hey Maya, have you seen my knives anywhere?" And like she's going to notice the guards. We're going to look over at her, and then immediately draw their swords.
I'm gonna have them go from the balcony the same way Sylph did, and just kind of.
You're still upstairs.
I know. Finn's gonna come out from the balcony, and just go down from behind them, and just like tap on the helmet to try to distract them.
Have the guards noticed Duger yet?
They're aware that you're there, but they haven't paid much notice to you.
That's right.
So it's three hand
I'm gonna do it really quick. I have pick spells for today.
I've not practiced with that.
Actually,
Frick.
I only know how to kill, not that one. Actually, I can disarm.
And Frick has disguise Sylph, and he's gonna make himself look like Sylph.
Okay.
And he's gonna bolt out the back door.
So the guards have seen the real Sylph.
Oh, never mind. Oh, wow.
Do you still want to do that?
Second Sylph running at the door.
No, I don't want to waste a spell slot. They're precious to me.
You are a half caster.
Yeah, he's still gonna bolt out the back door though, and he's going to go be culty.
All right, so you just stand up and like go through, like casually walk past the guards who have the swords drawn till you get to the back door and run over and get Gulty and power him on real fast. So, what would anyone else? So,
Should we end one?
are we rolling initiative?
Or I'm gonna
I haven't attacked anyone yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna like go from Sylph's room.
Do you want to fight them or not?
I'm gonna look over the balcony.
And you see the guards are starting to move in with swords drawn towards Sylph.
I'm just gonna like grab on and just someone do what she does. Just go off, hang from the balcony, and swing into like the door frame to kind of cut them off.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "It's Sylph. I think I found it. I think I found your thing." Pull out my own dagger. He's like, "I think I found your dagger." And just give her the look of like, "Not now, Sylph."
Insight check to decide if I understand what you mean. That's a 2. Your insight, Sylph.
Telepathy would be so good right now.
Where's Sylph's character sheet? There it is. Oh, that's not the worst thing that you could have. Okay, so she got an 8, but that's still not enough. She doesn't know. And she's like, "That's not my knife. My knife's my knife is." And then understanding Don's like, "Oh, yes, thank you."
Yes. It's like,
And
I'm
she's
sorry.
like, "Oh wait, that's actually it." And like you look over, and Finn has somehow found himself with Sylph's knife.
Mentally talking with my monkey like that's my boy. That's my man. You're getting more silver tonight.
So,
Just a faded silver.
like the guards are one of the guards is going to go over and say, "May I see that knife?
I mean,
The one the monkey's holding."
I wouldn't try taking anything from him. He's a wild card.
He's gonna go for the knife and
Like
try to steal
Finn,
the knife from it.
Finn, go rabbit.
Go grab it!
Finn's just gonna.
All right, so
He's got a knife!
so could you please roll for Finn going rabid, and I'm going to roll for the guard trying to get him apprehended.
It's okay. He's really good at that. Distracted.
I'm sorry, but I just rolled a nat 20.
I haven't rolled a Finn. Goodness, Finn, where are you?
Finn better roll a nat 20, or this is gonna go really poorly.
20!
It's 2.
It's missing a 0.
Yes, it is. All right, Finn goes rabid and is immediately grabbed by the tail and yanked up, and he drops the knife.
Hey, let go of him. He doesn't deserve that.
The guard's gonna pick up gonna drop Finn and pick up the knife, walk over to the guard that appears to be in charge. He's going to hold it and say, "Is this it, sir?" Gonna look at it and say, "It is. Looks like we got our assassin boys." And then there's
The monkey?
Sylph claimed the knife when she said that she saw it.
No, I'm just gonna go full dumb.
Oh, I gotcha.
It's like, the monkey's the assassin?
Not the monkey, the girl.
Finn, I can't believe you.
By the authority of the Organization of United Eastern Trade Interests, I put you under arrest. Please come quietly. And Sylph is immediately going to turn bolt. What do y'all want to do?
I have stayed sitting at the table the entire time.
The soldiers are going to rush up the stairs.
Before they do that,
Yes.
What did they do with the dagger?
They still have it.
Just like in their pouch?
They're holding it in their hand.
I'm going to set my blaster to stun.
I'm going to send my blood. So how close are they all together?
Oh no.
Pretty close.
Fireball!
So melee attacks can be made non-lethal. Non-melee attacks can't.
I'm gonna just... I'm sorry, you guys, but you have the wrong person. I'm gonna like flare my hands out, hit the ground, and cast Rin's Binding Ice on them.
So what happens here? Please describe.
So I need to find the spell to make sure it does it right. But what happens? I kind of put my hands together, and like ice shards start to appear in between as I hit the ground, and just like a wave of ice forms and hits all of them. So they have to make a saving throw.
I think it's con, right?
Yep, they have to make a Constitution saving throw.
What is the Constitution score of the average town guard?
Aren't they a little above
They probably don't dump it.
The guard has a Constitution score or a +1.
Okay, so it should be fine.
All right. So just so everyone can be aware, there is the bandit. They're not bandit. There is the guard captain, as well as 6 normal guards.
Oh.
What's the DC?
The DC, I think it's 14 for me.
3 fails.
Yeah, 14.
One of the normal guards succeeds,
Okay.
and the captain also succeeds.
Okay, he's the one I wanted to capture. So it normally does damage, but I'm using it for its other effect as to hinder them for a minute.
Are you able to not choose to not have any damage at all?
No, so I'm gonna try to make it minimum damage. 3d8.
Don't kill them.
Second one's rolled. Goodness! Why can't this happen in combat?
All right. So guards have 11 hit points.
I'm trying to make it minimum damage.
You use inspiration on that.
I don't have any.
Oh.
I used it last time to.
Someone else can use inspiration.
I will use inspiration.
You can roll as many of those dice as you desire.
Yeah, keep that 3.
What is it? Yahtzee?
Oh my gosh! You still rolled really well.
That's exactly 11.
I will use another inspiration.
Reroll that
Reroll that
6.
6. I just used 2 of my inspiration.
There you go. Wow.
So that's 8 now. So those that fail take 8 damage, and those that succeed take half. And those that fail, they are hindered by ice and have their speed reduced to 0. And then those that save, they take half damage and aren't hindered by the ice.
Alright, so several of the guards are frozen in place, and just the veteran and the one guard do, who immediately turn and look at you guys with wide eyes.
Not you guys. I'm still
So
sitting at
just
the
you
table.
specifically.
Yeah.
By the way, would any of you guys like to take actions?
Do I see where Sylph runs off to?
Upstairs.
Did she go into her bedroom like
You can assume.
It's upstairs, so you don't see.
I'm gonna just go to where she usually jumps out the window.
Alright, you go out and you do indeed see Sylph landing out there.
And
It's like, follow
I
her.
grapple her, and I try to kind of find a place to hide.
Alright, athletics check.
You're trying to grapple her. Grapple. Why?
Because he can't afford to have her running off when you don't have any clue where she's going.
So you said acrobatics?
Athletics.
Acrobatics can be used to escape, but not crit.
I got a 21.
Fetch me. I got a 9. Alright, you successfully grapple Sylph, which I never thought would happen by one of you guys. And,
I try to just jump into a bush or somewhere to hide.
you successfully jump into a bush. There's another bush next to you. It's moving.
Perfect. Covers.
It's going to look at you and tilt its head in what would be confusion, and you see a little girl that you've never seen before, but he has seen, and she's going to whisper something in a language that you don't even recognize, and the little shrub is going to go over and it's going to drape itself over the thing, and the foliage becomes so thick that you guys can't even see out.
I'm like, okay. So, chill out. We're just gonna wait here for a little bit.
All right. Meanwhile, inside,
Yeah, I just
initiative must be rolled now.
Oh boy.
Also, I'm going to use one of my familiar points, and I'm going to make it so Galsy can fit in through the door. I'm going to make it a medium creature.
All right.
A little Dr.
10?
Seuss movies
Well, more like collapsing and it pulls
turns
in
into
on
a
itself.
transformer.
It is exactly that. It transforms from big boar to little boar.
I don't know how that works.
Gosh,
I rolled an 11.
Well, because I can only go it down the one size class, right? So it's a medium creature now.
Yep. All right. He can now switch between those two options, but yes. So my guards both rolled an
Increase or
18.
decrease.
All right. So who's going first?
The guards.
The guards.
All right. Cool. The veteran, the guards are going to charge both at you because, as far as I know, you're the only combatant. As far as I know. Oh my gosh.
2 20s.
120. Oh! The normal guard got a crit. The not normal guard did not, but he got very high.
That's my I didn't cast what is it? My mage on yet.
Oh.
Or my blades on.
I'm going to spend an inspiration to make him reroll that crit.
It's a guard stabbing him with a spear.
Okay, fine. I won't.
How much damage can he deal?
I know, wizard.
I'll leave
Guys,
it
been
in.
one D4 crying damage.
All right, take 9 piercing damage.
That's a lot of damage.
From a crit, that's tiny. And then the other guy is going to swing his longsword at you. Two-handed.
Dang.
Ah, fetch me. Take 4 slashing damage.
Okay.
13 HP. That was me personally. I'm gonna parry all of it.
It's fine.
But he ain't me, so.
Okay.
All right,
Wow.
next in initiative. Nate.
You can just keep your mind seated at the table.
Fair. Okay, next.
Did you roll for initiative?
I haven't rolled initiative. I'm not there yet.
You can have cut on back
Oh.
next time.
So then I think that'd be me.
Natural 1.
You don't get a turn the first round.
I mean, that makes sense.
I was running into the door.
Right, you're chilling in the bush. That means it's to you, Eli.
Yeah.
You're the only person that is helping.
So they're all pretty much on top of me, right?
Yep.
No,
And
that's
they are going to flank you soon.
all right. I'm gonna. I love my spells. Goodness.
Sure hope so.
I hope you have sleep.
I hope you have spells.
Today.
No.
I'm gonna once again move my
Wait,
arms
what's something
again.
you can re-roll? Like you can choose a spell for like once a day, right?
I don't have sleep as one of my spells. No.
Oh.
But
You should learn that one. It's very helpful.
I know I need. I was gonna
Especially when
go.
dealing with guards.
I was gonna
I
go
just
into
got rid of the
town and
snare
get
spell.
spells. I'm gonna go ahead and start rubbing my hands together as friction happens, and then just a nice big old web appears,
Oh.
That's very
but it's
helpful.
an electric web.
Oh, that's
I'm
not so
using-
nice.
I'm using my revised entangle, and it's
Yes.
uh,
So strength.
Hopefully
saving
they
throw,
don't
yes.
die.
No, it's just essentially entangle, but reflavored for.
Oh, okay.
So they won't.
They won't die.
Yeah, they won't die. So they have to make a.
With the strength or dexterity.
I think it's Dex. Let me.
All right, dex.
I have this spell. Why can't
Fail
I?
and fail.
Yay! So yeah, they are now.
Just don't slap them until they're sleeping.
Where is it? Here it is.
So they're now restrained. Yes.
Yeah, so 20-foot square from where they are. So I just do it right there, kind of like back up a little bit, and then hit them with it. And now it's difficult terrain, and if they're stuck in it, then they are restrained. And then I'm just gonna. I'm
It's a
sorry.
strength check, by the way.
Strength check.
Either
Yes,
way, they
strength.
failed.
It's like, I'm sorry, you have the wrong person. Goodbye.
All right, he's charging out of there.
Duger's just gonna look really confused.
Zuger's going to like run back in. Galti like on his
Wrong way,
heels.
wrong way, wrong way.
No. He's going in from the back. So
I
you
don't
don't
even
even
see
see
that, so you don't even see
So
this.
you just look in and just like suddenly see a wall of ice that's encasing like 5 of the soldiers, and then the other 2 caught in a web of electricity struggling against it. It's going to take them.
Can I take a turn?
Yes.
I'm going to go. Once he's gone, I'm going to go help him out of there.
I don't think you can help them get out.
It's to entangle.
Unless, is there a way he can help them out?
I don't know.
This veteran is never getting out of the web of flame.
Maybe I should help him. Yeah.
His old
Okay,
bones.
it takes him 13 rounds to get out of the tangle. It'll end before that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
The other guard gets out.
he
after
just needs to
6.
make a strength saving throw or be restrained, so I'm assuming he can't help on that save to get him out.
No.
No, he can,
Oh, he
because
can?
it is just like a
A strength check?
strength saving throw, or they're restrained until the
Nice.
spell ends.
Yeah, I guess you could help. I'll let you help pull them out if you like.
Yeah, I will. I do want to help pull him out. And as I do so, I'm going to say, while she does seem to match description, knowing her, that does not seem like something she would do.
You know the suspect?
I do. We've traveled together for some time.
Would you be willing to come and answer a few questions at the guard station after we finish our investigation here, and I can finish freeing my men? He nods towards the wall of ice. How long does that spell last?
So that one lasts for a minute, and the other one is for concentration. Rims doesn't require concentration,
That's really nice.
so
I'm gonna nod, and I'm also gonna pull my hammer and start chipping away at the ice with them, Just
All right, you start swinging at the ice. By the way, you burst into here expecting to find combat. You just found this. What would you like to do?
just find ice and lightning everywhere.
Do I recognize any of these guards if I talk to any of them?
You have not talked
you
to
recognize me though, standing among them,
and talking
Right?
to them and then helping them get the ice.
right?
I'm just going to kind of like, wow, like marvel for a second, and then I'm going to join in. I'm going to help getting them out of there.
All right, cool. So basically, these 2 are on the good side of the law, and these 2 are on the bad side of the law.
Well,
You're kind of neutral, but you might be suspected of help. of
I'm going to be
assisting
doing
the
the least helpful thing to be casting creating bonfire. And I can build
too much heat, no. We can't blast the sword when we need it.
All right, but you're not considered a criminal, just an idiot.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I'm chaotic. I gotta do is chaos.
So we're going to start with these 2, and
Yeah,
then we'll
yeah,
go
yeah.
to these 2. So, Flynn, where the heck are you running?
Because I was in the. Because what I did what Sylph normally does comes from like the door kind of deal, and I feel like I was in the door, so I would have heard him Didn't you drop from the?
No, she did. I grabbed her.
Actually, yeah, we'll say that you're aware. You're vaguely aware of.
Yeah, I
the,
thought I would have
past
like
location.
heard, and so that was my like. I tried to slow them down, and I tried bolting in their direction. And so I'm just like, okay, so what's the plan now? Because clearly they know.
So you can't actually find them at first, but then suddenly the shrubbery, the really big, perfectly natural looking shrubbery moves, and you see Sylph and Burning Whisper hiding in a bush. All right, you get in there, and then the foliage closes behind
Want to
you.
join us?
I'm just gonna take a minute.
Guys, why do you guys have such dirty minds?
I believe you what he said.
It's like I have a grapple, and the dude opens up the little bush thing. I said, "You want to join us?" And it's to Eli.
Take a minute.
Nice.
It's like okay. So clearly,
We'll get in the
You're
bush
wanted.
first. Actually, get in the bush.
I get in the bush. It's like so clearly, that was not the smart thing to do, Sylph. I just put my life on the line. So we are both wanted.
If
Not
they
we
had
as
taken
well.
me in, then I would have either been tossed over the edge for being an assassin or thrown in jail. I'm not very happy with either of those options. Even if I'm innocent of this one, they'll arrest me for my tax evasion.
You did have a lot of tax. Wait, so are you telling us you did it?
No, of course I didn't do it.
Why happened to your dagger?
No one's gonna roll an insight check on that?
She always has been very honest.
My God, I thought it was like insane, but I know.
I fully trusted her.
You're the two people that trust her right now.
But then what happened to your dagger last night?
I have no idea. I woke up this morning and I couldn't find it. And then suddenly your monkey found it. Must mean it was somewhere nearby. Somewhere in the inn, probably.
Then
The monkey.
Finn,
The monkey is this.
where did you? I'm just like talking with Finn, like, where did you find it? Because he has a pretty good intelligence.
He actually found it in Sylph's room.
Yeah, his intelligence is a 14.
Yeah.
Really? Smarter than me. What?
And me.
How?
He has a 14 intelligence and a 15 dex, but a 4 strength.
Well, I beat him in that at least.
That makes sense.
True. Why is the monkey smarter than me? Just straight.
So Finn is actually able to give you very specific descriptions of where and when he found it. He found it last night inside of Sylph's room. Yes, he broke into there. He's not telling you how he did that.
Really need to work on that. But anyways, what condition was the dead knife in? Was it bloodied? Was it? Did you do this?
Mm.
Okay. Just have to make sure I don't have a murder monkey with me.
You just have to be bad.
The animal girl said that someone brought it back last night.
The whole time,
Isn't there a little girl in the bush with us?
She was previously, but she's snuck out since then.
the whole time, this is mentally. This is
I
between
know,
me.
I know.
So you just see.
You're just like,
Yep, just. He's like, okay, so, Finn told me that he found the knife. He's not into your room. He won't tell me why. But the knife was returned. The little animal girl found, or saw the person that brought it back. So, do you know an animal girl?
He's probably talking about Sealy.
Does the name Sealy sound familiar, Finn? Never mind.
He's not a Gates kind of guy. I never counted.
He likes a shiny thing. I imagine he has a British accent.
Thinking Bush talks with her a lot.
Talking. Just immediate flashback to the small little bush, like, she's the one with the bushes. Is this one of hers?
Mm-hmm.
Wearing them? Just like poking out the bush, trying to see her. Sealy! Sealy! Sealy, where are you?
No response.
Right here. I'm trying to find her. So,
what do you think we should do? Huh?
Well, we should probably,
you shut up.
first of all, not get caught, and second of all, find the actual assassin.
That's a good idea. Maybe we should find that small girl that knows brought the knife last night.
Yes. Finding Sealy usually isn't too terribly difficult. She never goes far from the inn. Getting her to tell you what she knows might be a little bit harder, but she usually talks to me.
And you don't know mind reading?
I wish I
All right.
did.
Meanwhile, back in the inn.
Oh, yeah, I have a question
Yes.
before we switch.
Yes.
So with the familiar points and everything, am I still able to change Finn's animal shape? Because that's typically with the Find Familiar, they can change their form, right?
If you recast the spell.
Okay. Yeah, you can
All right.
continue there.
So, and I think that with this particular option, the idea is like familiar is more permanent.
Yeah,
Shape shifting probably isn't.
That is there. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. So,
Come on,
meanwhile,
Aladdin.
back in the inn, the guards after they're free, like they start tending to their wounded, and one of them is sent off to investigate Sylph's room and the surrounding area. They after they are pretty, what they're going to notice that you appear to be a cleric and ask if you could help out with healing the soldiers, just like with medicine, preferably.
Oh, yeah, I can
magic,
check.
like magic preferably, but medicine if you would like to save your slots.
I'll look at one or two which look most injured, and I'll do healing on them. But the rest I'll do medicine checks.
All right, cross off the spell slots, and
Yep.
basically over the course of a short rest, you're helping them out. Meanwhile, they're like the guards start as they recover, start getting up and searching the premises. Backup starts coming. One of them sends for backup. So currently there are 5 guards in there doing investigation.
I like those odds. Just kidding.
So you were waiting for more to show up.
Anyways,
and they're looking through things, and some of them start looking as they're looking, they start trying to hide it, but it looks like they're giving suspicious glances to Maya and the wolf guy Diego as he comes out at the same time.
I'm going to just kind of put Galti kind of in between the guards and them, not
So
directly
it's-
in between, but kind of
Like sauntering.
kind of sauntering nearby.
so at least they'll distract them. They'll be like, "What the frick is
Yeah,
that?"
that was kind of my goal more than anything.
All right, we're going to look over at it, and I'm going to wave over to you.
Cockroach. It's like that one meme. Anyways.
I thank you for your assistance up to this point.
Okay.
Would you be if I would like to request your assistance once again?
How so?
We believe that there may be another accomplice here, or accomplices in the premises. One of them we have on record as being highly skilled and dangerous. Will you help us help us if things get ugly?
I will do my best.
All right. The fatal man, Diego, in the back. It appears that he and his family were sheltering Sylph, who is a wanted criminal for a number of reasons, but also
I have seen her record, yes.
Yes. She's also our #1 suspect for the assassination, and based off of these letters that we found in here, there appear to be correspondences between her and this family that are planning and plotting this said assassination.
In writing.
In writing. He shows you the documents, and as you look over them, you're not an investigator, but you can see how they are very seriously implicated in the plotting and execution of this plot.
I see.
And they show you some notes, and they're written using aliases that Sylph has used in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Does Duber know this any of this happening?
You notice that they're discussing. Would you like to try to eavesdrop
I
or
would.
join them?
I would like to try and eavesdrop with it.
Stealth, please.
Stealth? 18.
Oh, wow.
I have a +6 to stealth.
Okay.
Successfully do so.
Oh yeah, you switch.
Right, so I heard everything that was just said.
Yep.
I'm just going to chime in. This is all starting to sound extremely suspicious. Not on Sylph's part. Have you not considered that maybe someone is trying to frame her? It's probably not a good idea to keep the dagger that she kept in her room. And 2, it's probably not a good idea to keep these letters in her room without burning them. If she was as smart as you know, she's evaded you for quite some time, so she must be somewhat smart and intelligent when it comes to breaking the law. I don't think she would hold on to them. I think, personally, that someone is trying to frame her or set her up for something.
Those are both excellent points.
Is this
However, however, the knife was not actually found by found in her room. It was found by that monkey who just brought it around.
It must have been close. Why would she keep it close to where she lives?
Because where is she going to dispose of it? It's difficult to
Pretty
have
easy.
a weapon.
There's an ocean nearby.
Getting to the edge of the ocean from here without getting caught by any guard patrols while being pursued could be difficult. She would likely have no recourse other than to go to a pre-established hiding place. In addition, these letters were not found in her room. He taps them. These are the letters of the family here.
Oh, wait. What do you mean family here? Like the two, like Maya and Diego?
Mm-hmm. And as well as even even one that mentions that the daughter may have been implicated.
A 6-year-old.
Yes, a 6-year-old known budding druid.
I still don't think it was Sylph. We were traveling with her and she seemed like a mostly honest person. And if it was her, she probably would have at least been smarter about this.
I'm afraid that Sylph has quite a record of doing things, even similar to this. She had a serious violent crime record back in the day before she was brought in the first time. And even then, she was only let off to be watched over by a responsible, law-abiding family, who I'm starting to believe may not have truly been so law-abiding after all.
Interesting.
They've had failures of being able to take care of and watch over criminal children in the past as well. Perhaps they were never trying in the first place.
Do you know of any who has any magic that can determine the truth?
Yes, we have several people that can do such a thing. In fact, we have a truth speaker who's always on duty. The current one, who is here on assignment, is up at the Capitol building. If we bring them into custody, we can question them and discern the truth.
Indeed.
If this is indeed a framing, as you believe, then their testimony should be enough to dissuade any doubts.
Okay.
That is correct.
However, I fear that one of them may not take kindly to arrest.
Let me talk with him.
All right.
What?
The 6-year-old's not that kindly to arrest.
I'm gonna like walk
I
over.
mean, none of them will take it well, but one of them might take it violently.
That's what I'm saying, the 6-year-old.
I'm going to walk over to Diego and Maya. Are they together? I'm
Mhm.
assuming. I'm gonna kind of put Galti almost in between us and the guards.
And also,
And he's
you
going
see,
to
you see
grow
the
to-
girl Sealy down at the bottom.
And he's gonna like suddenly just grow to a larger size.
Okay.
Just
Suddenly, the
transform.
entire room is filled in sudden like there's cracking of wood is like metal spine, like the metal bristles like start piercing the thing above, and guards start start and yell in surprise.
And I'm just going to say, I would like both of you to remain calm. They are currently investigating Sylph and the assassination attempt of the mayor. And apparently there were letters found that incriminate you too as well. And they would like to question you about this assassination attempt. I personally think that people are trying to be set up. So as long as you are honest with them, as they use their truth seeker, it should be cleared up. And I have a couple things that I can do to make sure that everything is truly being honest here, including the truth seeker.
Diego's gonna look down at you and just like look down at over. He's going to look deep at you. He's going to say, "If you double cross us, I will rip out your throat."
Duly noted.
Maya's immediately going to like pull him back and like chastise him, and the little girl seems very like she seems like she's on the verge of tears, but they will go quietly.
I'm going to pull out the little mechanical dog and just kind of have it be running around. Kind of like specifically running around. I don't know her name, but Sealy specifically.
Alright.
Trying to just kind of ease her nerves.
Alright. So, you guys are going to go head up to the guard center and the court.
While
what
I'm
I'm going to do
doing
first
that-
is I'm going to write a note down addressed to Flynn and tell him what's happening. Like, I borrowed a piece of paper from my compatriots who are not in right now, so they know where we are.
Alright.
I said it
There's
on.
a lot of
I set it on the
secrets.
bar table wherever.
Hmm.
Somewhere you're probably. I might just go put it in your room.
Yeah.
I can put it in his room.
Alright, well, to you two.
Okay. Oh boy.
After a long while, the bush is going to turn back into a creature, and you're going to be able to just barely see like the
I can
guards
learn something
walking
with
with
truth.
them and the entire and your friends, NPC friends, all walking uphill, and the guards appear to be very carefully surrounding the family.
Okay, that's not good.
Sylph, because like suddenly her eyes get really hard and cold.
So if it's going to be fine, I'm sure they know what they're doing. But just to make sure. Finn,
Better.
go.
And Finn runs off to chase them.
Don't worry, Sylph. You see the really tall one? Just covered in metal? He is trustworthy. He won't let anything happen to your family.
I hope so. Alright.
I trust them,
So,
but we might need to do an investigation of our own.
I think so as well, and currently our only clues link it to this particular place. So, we should probably investigate.
Does it look clear to get out?
Yep, you guys can get out.
Well, let's go look then.
Nice.
Alright, so everyone roll a perception check or an investigation check and describe what it is that you will be doing so I can base DCs off of that.
Perception. To try to see what we're doing.
Yeah, tell me what you're doing and then roll the thing.
I wish I could prepare Zone Truth right now. Oh well.
I'm going to kind of. With the medieval times, I can't just like. Whose blood, whose fingerprints are on this dagger?
Yeah.
I wish there was a spell I could do something like that.
Identify.
It doesn't allow me to know who the last person that used it was.
True.
I think I'm gonna just like overall investigate, really, of all the things. I'll leave him to proceed, but I'll try to like just gather the clues of Sylph, of the dagger, of the events that I've heard, and just try to like go back to the inn and investigate like her room, where her daggers were, try to see if anything's out of place and how someone's not in, how things were taken, and I don't know, trying to match anything.
Alright, roll investigation. What are you doing?
So, what kind of alibi can you have to at least protect yourself?
I have no alibi. Last night I was wandering around the city looking for someone I thought I saw yesterday.
Do you think that the possibility of this person being alive could be the suspect?
Possibly. I like to think that she may have been able to get her back together, but last time I saw her, this would absolutely be the sort of thing that she could do.
Well, if she knows you, and she could have totally just framed you, knowing everything about you would have been super easy.
Yes, it would have.
Did you end on a bad note between the two of you? Anything that...
Yes. So, if it's the person that I thought I saw, tracking her is going to be difficult. Her name is Venora. Sometimes she's better known sometimes by her, I guess you could say, epithet, her alias, the Crimson Thorn. When we were both young, we both worked together to steal enough to survive. Eventually we got good enough at it that we got involved with some pirates in a smuggling ring. And then we got busted, and actually here in this city, and we were thrown in jail, and then because we were so young at that time, we were sent here to live here. with Maya and Diego.
Then where did you go?
Maya and Diego were supposed to try to help teach us to do things the right way, to not steal anymore, to not have to steal anymore. I took advantage of that, and I never really wanted to hurt anyone else again, even if I still didn't have the most respect for authority, you could say.
Yeah, of course.
Venora, on the other hand, never really could get out of it. She went back and got arrested again on the same charges, and this time worse. And she managed to escape and needed help to get off the island. She came to ask me for help. She asked me to help her steal something really big. I figured, why not? For all time's sake, I went to help her. But along the way, something went wrong. A guard spotted us, and she killed him. I couldn't help her anymore, and so we were being chased by the guards again, and I got up on top of a building, and she held out her hand for me to pull her up, and I didn't. I just ran off on my own. I let them catch her.
Seems perfectly reasonable for her to want to frame you then.
The thing is, though, supposedly she was thrown over the edge.
People that are supposed to be dead tend not to be.
Well, is there a place you think that you could maybe hide out at?
Old places you used to go to?
I don't know. Most of the old places that we used back when we worked together have been since developed and replaced. This is the last place that we both knew. So, who knows? There might be something here.
I guess we can check here then. See if there's any. If you know of any hidden cellars or if there's anything underground that we can try to find that she might be hiding in.
Oh, there are several hidden compartments. Almost all of them are inside of my room. But we can look around and see if there are any more that I wasn't aware of. I haven't investigated this particular place completely on my own.
You think that it could be magic related in their secretiveness?
Possibly. If so, I'm not most best equipped to find it. Maybe one of you can help me.
Oh, now you want my help.
Well, you are pretty good at magic sometimes. Also, I have that one thing that can get rid of magic if necessary.
That's an issue.
All
For
right.
you, not me.
For everyone.
All right. So you rolled investigation already, yes?
Yeah. 17.
17. And what did you roll?
Let's find out. 7.
All right. Cool. So you actually are the first one to notice something.
Yeah.
It's the most obvious place ever.
Oh yeah.
It's literally following you around. The bush appears to have something stuck on it, like literally snagged on it.
Alright.
It's a little bag. It looks like just like a woman's purse or something like that. And we'll get to inside of it. It has a couple of things. The first is it seems to have like a letter it has a letter which was previously sealed with a green wax seal, but has since been broken open, but the paper's still inside. A little like paper which appears to be a receipt for work ordered, placed at an apothecary shop.
Huh.
It says that the person who has it is able to pick up the thing, and it's supposed to be ready tomorrow. And yeah, that's what's inside of it. So you are looking around,
Yeah.
and you are walking into a specific room, and you immediately feel like there's something. Like this is the like there's something here. You look around, and you find a note written on the table. It looks like it's an unfinished letter. It looks like it's intentionally made to look like an unfinished letter. And it reads,
You just went outside.
Yeah.
"Well, my fighting friend, it seems that we're destined to meet again. I hope you enjoy the accommodations I prepared for you."
Anything at the back?
There's nothing on the back. It looks like it's intentionally left to look like it's unfinished writing, but you can tell that the entire message has been written.
Just like,
It's intentionally made to look unsuspicious to guards that are just passing.
It's written in code.
Does it activate like the
Oh, and there's a sign. There's a signature on it. Sorry. The signature is signed "Your old and dearest friend, Venora, the Crimson Thorn."
Oh wow.
no, she's on the nose.
Sylph was supposed to it was not supposed to be with you guys. You did a good job with grapple check.
I'm pretty good
Yeah.
at everything.
Except magic.
You're getting rid of magic.
That's why I get
so-
rid of it.
So the room, it's not Sylph's room?
Just hide
It is not Sylph's room. It is another room, very close to Sylph's room, but yeah. Since you've got so high on investigation, you go to look a little bit more at it. You go and find the records that Maya keeps of the people that have checked in. This one doesn't have a name on it, but it's been checked to the same person for almost a week now.
What's an alias?
The alias is the name given for it is Veronica.
Oh.
Well,
Mm.
I can't comment actually.
It's like, okay.
I'm escorting.
Probably is her. Might have seen her.
You're just walking your dog right now.
I'm gonna try to, like, again, investigate the room, see if there's any trapdoors, cellars, anything that they could hide, old hideouts before I go and talk with Sylph and writing with
The
stuff.
entire place appears to have been cleared out. Like the person that was here left just enough to look like they were going to come back, but anything that's of actual importance and value appeared to have been taken.
Suspicious.
There's even a little coin pouch in here with some pocket change, but it looks like way too little for what someone that could have as high quality items as a couple of the things that are left there would be.
Roughly how much gold would you say is in this bag?
1 gold and 5 silver.
Yes.
It's petty money. I need money. He's like, okay. And I'm gonna go back.
Poor person.
I'm gonna go up and like, Sylph, this is for you. And I'm sure that you meant to find it today.
Yeah, it does look like it.
Do you know where she's talking about?
I think she's probably talking about prison cell, or possibly watery grave. That'd be about her sense of humor. There's no way she'd give it any actual clues to where she is.
What about this receipt right here? Does this look any?
So she looks over at the stuff that you have and says, "Now these things, it doesn't look like she leave behind.
Interesting.
Where did you find these?"
Well, it seemed to be stuck in this little bush thing.
Oh, bless Seely for having no sense of personal space or privacy.
Yes, sir.
She sends her stuff to check out everyone that comes in the end. She likes knowing everything about it. She loves learning about people, but she's deathly shy, so she doesn't interact with them very often. Instead, she just sends her bush to go and check things out, and then come back and tell her about it. She can somehow talk to the thing, even though no one else can understand it.
Interesting.
You guys hear little the thing's still there. It's just like hear little leaf rustling, like slight words you can hear inside of it.
Well, you're a good bush.
All right. So, further investigation of this letter and the receipt. The receipt is to the same like artifice and / alchemist shop that you were at the other days ago. It's ordering violet extract to be picked up in 3 days from the order placement, but the order was placed 2 days ago. So it would have been the first day that you guys were in the city. The holder of the receipt can pick it up, and it was taken out in the name of Leticia Brimhall. The letter, on the other hand, is a lot more interesting. It looks like just a letter between close friends, like pleasantries and talking about what's happened recently. But the thing that draws your attention right at the very beginning is the signature at the bottom. Signed, Commodore Cadmus. It's all, as you look at the seal, the green seal on the front, you see it's a wyvern with a dagger for a tail.
No.
Could be.
No. Possible. Is it?
like your friend's moving up in the world.
Commodore, what was his name?
Cadmus.
Cadmus.
Katniss?
Cadmus.
Catnip.
Like the one random dude that done screwed up back in Greek mythology.
Oh, Cadmus. Yeah, I know who he is.
Huh. Well, they're tangled up in something bigger.
Mm-hmm. Here, can I take a look at the letter now?
Yeah.
She looks over it and says, "Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is written in Thieves' Camp. There's a lot of code in here."
Oh, what kind of things comes useful?
Yeah, basically, she's hired to sabotage the treaty. She's supposed to kill the mayor here, and also the ambassador for the Dragon Lord coming in a couple days.
Oh.
Actually, you should be arriving tomorrow, probably.
Oh.
Oh boy!
And what is it? The vial?
Violet extract.
Violet extract is ready tomorrow.
What is
I have no idea what violet extract is. I've never heard that term before.
Can I make a check
I
to see
see.
if I know what it is?
Sure.
I don't know. It's a 1.
Yeah, you have no clue.
Yeah, purple.
You think it might be a purple substance.
Violet extract.
Violet, actually.
Oh, does it sound
Actually, no, you're convinced that it's a misnomer and it must be bright yellow.
I'm just thinking so deep of everything that it has to have more meaning. Like, it can't actually be purple, it has to be yellow. Just like the Deku muttering. The words wrapping around. I was like, okay. Is there a way that you can you rewrite this letter, but as it's supposed to be intended, in the similar handwriting that it's in, and we can preferably leave this with my friends, and they can give this to the authorities.
I'm unfortunately really bad at forgery. If I attempted to do so, it would look like my handwriting. And then I'll be further implicating myself. It looks like I'm hiring another assassin to do my job.
Do you have any friends that can forge this? Anyone that you know that
Why are you
can
trying to
trust?
forge it?
Actually, probably yes.
So they know the real meaning? Because most
I
guys
have
probably
a-
know thieves can't.
I have a contact in the underworld here still. Maybe she'll help me out. I can go and do it, but it would be best if I was not with you at that time. Honestly, it would probably be best if I separate from you guys for a while now, just to keep you from being arrested from being seen with me.
Well,
So just wait till your parents are back.
But I'm not gonna leave you alone. We're gonna call back Finn, and he teleports back. It's like, he's coming with you. So.
All right, come here, monkey. Finn hops up on our shoulder. All right.
I'm an intelligent monkey. Why is it smarter?
I love that it's smarter than you.
It's
And-
intelligent. And then later, it can
I will
do
let
spells.
you two decide what it is that you wish to do with the information that you've been given, and we will switch back to you two.
Okay.
So, you guys arrive up at the courthouse on the top.
He's assembling like a little box, by the way.
Alright, you are assembling a little box as you're walking.
It's pretty much completed when you guys enter into there. And he said, and the guards say, "All right, I'll go summon the judge and the truth seeker."
And he's going to cast an infusion on this box.
What
And
infusion?
Oh, I wish I could switch my spells.
What?
Detect magic.
Detect magic? To see if it's, to see if they're actually casting a spell.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's why I want to get Zone of Truth. I can learn it. I just
Haven't.
don't. I have to take a long rest, apparently. Sorry,
That's
Doro.
fine. All
I
right.
would. I wanted to. I had something called Wand of Secrets, and I thought I could do something with that, but it only shows me trapdoors.
Yeah, it's not very good.
I mean, that could be really helpful in certain circumstances, but
But
No.
not in this one.
nope. All right, so you guys are there, and you guys are there present, just like Maya seems nervous. Celie is distracted for the moment by the little dog that you made, but she seems like it's very clear that she's on the verge of tears still. And Diego seems completely unfazed. Just up until he, just like standing there in like his cook's apron and all because he never took that off, and just like
There you go.
just like looking like he's ready to tear everything to shreds if they decide to bother his family. And then after a little while, you guys are summoned into the courtroom, where a man dressed in the robes of a cleric, specifically
Which God?
yes, specifically which god. Where's my document on this? Because I forgot the name of this one. It's been a while since I wrote that.
That's okay.
Give me 20 seconds.
Also, Galti is struck back down to medium character, or medium creature, so we can follow us around.
I'm also gonna try to like copy the message of that thieves' cat letter and just try to write it down for me to keep.
Think of stories.
It's really what I write.
Did I not write down?
I'm so hungry. I like that.
So it's for like DMs or stories and stuff. You can just pull it out and it's like, this is the prompt. Like the C means like the end of the story. So you can use them. They're pretty good. I don't know if use these, and he was doing like thieves guild stuff, not thieves guild, like adventures guild. So he had these to help come up with like quests.
Oh, that's actually super cool.
It's nice.
That
Gosh darn it. I can't find it, so I guess I have to come up with a name out of nowhere.
It's nice. It's like,
I have a list of
It's-
gods.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, you sent it to me.
Because I can't find my list anymore. I have too many things.
Right.
So you should like decide what you want to dream about.
that would be
That'd be cool.
Where's my conversation?
I do such a great DM, I'm sorry. DM of my own dreams.
exactly.
There's just a voice from the sky from my characters in the dreams. It goes,
There's just a list you sent. If any of those are not it, then
Nah, that's. Wait, maybe there's one more. Why do I not have the lawful neutral god in here? That's the one it is. The lawful neutral one. I'll find it.
I recognize it and I know that it's that.
Uh huh.
So it'll speak only to the law.
okay.
Yeah, they have the symbol. They have a symbol of
In the two marshals.
Leia.
Don't
That's
worry,
what I wrote. What her name was. Leia. I finally found it.
Leia, alright.
Leia, goddess of law, just like law, order, and order.
That's fair.
So she's going to go, and I assume that you're preparing to cast detect magic.
Yep.
All right, you cast detect magic, and you see that she has indeed cast a spell.
I also am going to watch her as she casts the spell.
It does appear to be the correct prayer to cast the Zone of Truth.
Okay.
In addition, beforehand, she's going to go to each of the three and ask them not to resist the effects of the spell. As you do so, you can see that all three of them have fallen under the effect of the spell, and you're confident it is indeed Zone of Truth.
Okay.
A questioner comes forward and asks them several questions. The Truth Seeker does not say anything for the duration of the thing. After the questioner has finished all his questions, they are escorted out of the room. You two are not escorted out, but you're allowed to stay if you'd like. You can leave or stay if you'd like to.
I'm gonna go with them specifically. If something happens, I'm going to
Blow someone up.
Why is it a hard decision to split the party even more?
You don't have to go with me. I want someone in there to hear what happens, but I also want someone to defend.
I do want to stay in there and hear it out. So I will stay. Wow, we're really splitting the party today.
Guys, this one shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
So, the Truth Seeker is going to look over at the judge and is going to say, the defendants appear to be guilty. They said multiple lies during the course of this conversation, and I'm confident that they are indeed, at the very least, accomplices to the assassination attempt.
Pardon me. That's not how that spell works. They cannot tell lies while under the effects of that spell.
No, you can tell lies, they just know immediately.
The creature can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
But they can.
I think that I meant to say detect truth then. 'Cause
Oh, okay.
Zone of Truth is a higher level spell, and this cleric is not capable of casting that.
What? You can't cast second level spells?
No, this is just a random cleric that's here to help out. It's casting the first one, the detect truth.
I don't. It doesn't matter. Okay, well, I don't say that then.
Sorry, thank you for clarifying.
Of course.
Yeah. What would you like? Would you like to do anything then?
I see.
The judge is going to continue and is going to say, all right, send guards to arrest them. It'll be held in prison until such a time as we can find the assassin themselves. Perhaps further questioning can help get some more information out of them.
Indeed.
All right. So the that they're going to send like a guard to send the order. Meanwhile, you're out there and you have no idea that anything is going on. Would you like to do anything, Nathan?
Will not kill them.
Sorry. The guard that has the orders is leaving the room.
I'm going to talk with the truthsayer
All right.
and just kind of ask them kind of about some of their studies of religion and as well just kind of I'm trying to get engaged because I want to know I do want to know for sure if this person is lying or not.
All right.
Because if they were bribed or something, I need to know.
All right. What exactly are you doing then?
Insight
Insight check on.
on the person who's supposed to be telling the truth.
All right. Roll insight.
I'm going to say a prayer of guidance before I do this as well.
Feel free.
Okay. Alright, we take that. I got a 24.
All right. So as you are conversing with this truth seeker, they appear to absolutely be a cleric. They know everything that they should know. Like their religious knowledge is vast as well. It's honestly better than yours in most ways. But something is off. They're hiding a great deal.
Indeed. Before this,
And you
judge.
believe,
What?
you believe that they are likely lying about the results of everything.
So is the judge still in the room with us?
Yes, the judge. Well, the judge is probably going to be preparing to leave.
Excuse me, Judge. I know it is out of my place to ask, but I also would like to interrogate them. I know a spell also of truth, and I'd like to double confirm things. Would you be opposed to that, Mr. Judge? Or Mr. I know I'm my character.
Yes, it is Mr. Judge. The cleric beside you gives a poorly concealed look of extreme concern before being able to cover it up, but the judge doesn't seem to notice. Well, this is quite unordinary. Are you licensed to perform this sort of thing, this role in the courtroom?
What license do I need in this courtroom? I may have it for where I was before, but I'm a traveler here, unfortunately.
Ah, I see. Well, quite simply, that as per the organization's contract and charter of interest, we, in order for evidence to be binding in the courtroom, we require the presence of a certified truth seeker, one that has been proven to be capable of casting the spell and not merely be pretending.
I can
Casting a
confirm
similar
that the.
spell.
Oh, wait, I'm not there.
Or merely casting a spell of a similar spell. Or not using a charm spell in order to try to lead the witness to speak falsehoods to their.
They didn't look charmed, did they?
They did not.
Okay.
However, so I'm afraid that if you do not have the license, then any evidence you bring to light cannot be used in the court. But if you wish to go question them yourself, then you are more than welcome to do so.
I see.
It
I'm
might
gonna look just directly at the cleric.
You've helped quite a lot in this investigation up to this point, and if you could uncover more information, then feel welcome. I will give you access to the holding cells so you may question them freely.
But you will not trust as if I cast a truth spell.
I will trust you, but that is not the same thing as trust as it's being permissible in court. I'm sure you understand. I must do things according to the proper order. That is my oath, and I cannot simply wave aside rules for my personal interest or trust.
I do understand.
All
I'm
right.
going to look at the cleric again and say, which god did you say you worship again?
Alea, of course.
And then as I'm walking past, quietly then beg for forgiveness and walk out.
Can you roll insight for me again?
I can roll insight again. God, please. I'm gonna inspirationing this. There's no way. I don't want to low roll right now. No way, guys. We're not doing this.
You've got to be kidding! Okay, that one.
Divine intervention.
That was true inspiration. That is a 17.
I saw the
They're
flash
lying.
before my eyes. The inspiration activated.
Who?
For
Judge
the
or
third
The
time.
cleric, just now, what they just said was a lie.
what did they just say?
That they worship
Lair.
cleric of Leia.
I'm gonna like pause again.
And the cleric is going to start hurrying to escort the judge out of the room.
I have a few more questions, cleric.
Oh, go attend to him, and my true seeker. Maybe you could help him come up with some questions to ask the suspects. And the cleric is going to like very hesitantly stop and turn around.
Come here, child.
There's no one else in the room, correct?
There is no one else in the room.
And it's unlikely anyone else is going to enter the room, correct?
It is very unlikely. In fact, if you really wanted, you could lock the door.
I do so. I lock the door and you say, I have a few more questions.
He's going to start looking extremely uncomfortable.
I know you're lying.
Whatever you mean, I'm a humble servant of Leia. A lie.
I grab him by the thighs, and I'm gonna lift him up. I'm saying, I know you are lying.
Oh, fuck.
Speak the truth and drop him back to the ground.
He's gonna gasp, just like sit there gasping in pain and wheezing.
I didn't know what you were doing.
I need to find the truth, and I will find the truth.
Say nothing but the truth, and I'll get the truth. You hear me, boy?
I lean very close to him. My, just kind of blank mask of a helmet staring right at him. Will you not speak?
Oh, I'll speak. I'll speak.
Then tell me, who do you worship?
I worship Azeron, the god of wealth. Wealth and order.
Fitting for this talent, I think. Then who bribed you?
No one bribed me.
I grabbed the ball off my back.
It was us. I received it by letter. He didn't give me his name.
Specifically about this case, how much did they give you?
They gave me 50 gold. Just had to say that. Just had to implicate this group of people right here. Those three specifically. Just implicate them.
He's pausing and thinking, just kind of twirling the ball a little bit.
Just in his fingers, it's like a pen.
Not quite that, but
Almost.
Just spinning it.
Could you make me a charisma saving throw?
oh,
Sorry, wisdom saving throw. Wisdom.
wisdom.
Saving.
Oh, I can do
I said
I
the
can
wrong
do a
one.
wisdom
I
saving
said the wrong
throw.
one.
No, I can't. That's an 8.
All right.
Great.
Noted. Please, sir. I'll give you whatever you want. I'll help you in any way. Just please let me go.
You fulfilled your
feel-
contract.
When you
Oh,
watch
no.
that, like you feel like more inclined to do what he says.
I can't resist, can I?
You seem to be a reasonable, law-abiding man, yes? Can you understand that a man must do what he's agreed to do? He's under an obligation to complete what he has promised that he will do.
Which obligation?
I had a contract. I was paid to do what I needed to do, and I did it.
As a truth sayer.
That one. Those were falsified credentials. I never took any oath. I chose to follow the oath that I did make over the oath that I did not. It's all still sounding awfully reasonable, far more reasonable than it should.
Well, that's not reasonable in any case, but because he's clearly just
Need to regroup the party.
I am going to then.
Yes, I agree. But the guards know who you are.
I know, that's the issue.
I can't do anything.
Or you
I can't do that either. Like due to his charm, I guess.
You start noticing you're acting a little bit weird. Like you should be thinking that this sounds absolutely ridiculous.
What kinds of magic do you cast?
I I legitimately am a cleric, just as yourself.
Any sorts of charming spells, do you know?
Do you have any access to charming spells?
I actually have no idea. Kiyoski would know, though.
I don't think so.
I don't know about my power.
I do have command.
Command is not the same.
Yeah, no, I know.
He's a bard. Maybe?
Potentially?
Hmm.
Or bard or warlock. Or multi-class.
Roll a religion check.
Okay, I will roll a religion check. 20, 30.
There are certain subclasses of cleric that can grant charm spells.
Ah.
So he's definitely. So either way, he was not lying. Like if he's a cleric, he was not lying there. But he may have been trying to deceive.
What subclasses are commonly gone to the wealth god?
You've actually never heard of that god.
Oh,
That's not one of the gods that you've heard of before.
I see. Interesting.
Hands on fire.
Though I must admit, I don't think I've heard of your god.
There's not so many that know him in this space.
There are less that worship mine.
Now it's his turn to look very confused.
You knock him out.
I'm a cleric of the god Salzan.
As soon as you say that, he's going to immediately start stumbling back. He's going to turn and try to run.
I grab him. I'm not striking.
Athletics check. He's legitimately trying to get away now.
Oh, you got
Fetch me!
Guidance!
I rolled a 2 also.
Hey!
Alright, well I have a 7 on my grapple check.
He has a +0 to dexterity or strength.
Blessed day.
You grab him.
You like it's not even that like
It's just enough just
not
to stop
hard.
hurting.
It's not even that hard to grab him. He's so bad at it. He's looking at you in like legitimate fear now.
There seems to be something affecting my thoughts. Would you know anything about that?
No, of course not. I have no idea what might be causing that. You can roll insight checks on this guy.
I am rolling insight checks.
He'll just have advantage on deception against you.
Yeah. 14.
He's lying.
It is true that. It's true that pain can stop concentration of spell, correct?
Immediately you feel the weird effects, like the strange, drawing to believe what he says, and
Thank you.
you are terrified.
I'm scared myself here.
I don't know.
My eyes not lawful good.
None of us are here, which is the best part. We don't get to see this.
So you have no idea that you have that
It
you
is
have
one of
this.
my primary goals to find the truth, and I am finding the truth.
I wish it was that.
So,
That's why you wear the brown pants.
your god only cares for wealth.
Of course not, sir. He cares greatly for hierarchy and order as well.
Order cannot be maintained with this deception. Do you understand that? I'm one who brings order. If I find chaos, I am to terminate it.
Oh, your box.
This
You're
is
gonna go to
terrifying.
lair.
This poor guy, I don't know.
I'm not there either.
I don't know what you can do at this point, but I'm gonna.
Wouldn't be very close, would you? Like, wait.
So your contract has been fulfilled, correct?
I mean,
And had mentioned nothing afterwards.
Just those 3.
Then I will pay you to speak the truth. Is that acceptable?
You can keep your life.
Yes.
Good.
up to 10 minutes.
Then I will release him saying, I'm staying at, and I say the name of the place.
Alright.
Speak to me after you've told the truth.
Alright. Cool.
And I let go and I walk out.
Wow.
Wow, guys.
I'm scared.
Alright. Could you please roll, or listen, like, as you're walking in, you're just pondering the things he said. Could you roll a religion check for me?
I can roll a religion check. That is a 12.
The tenets that he was describing do sound like an actual god they're aware of. Even if it's the, but it'll just like, it's at the tip of your tongue, but you can't quite place it.
And I can mental models.
Yeah. Though the name is completely unfamiliar.
That's it. I'm done. I'm sorry it
So
took
you
so long.
see him walking out. Meanwhile, with you,
Will it take time?
the guards are going to come and try to escort the family.
I'm going to speak
somewhere.
up one moment
Okay.
to the guard and say, there may have been some trouble with the truth sayer.
All right then, sir.
I advise you wait a few more minutes.
All right. What would you like to do while they're choosing to wait a few minutes because you seem to have an air of authority about you? What would you like to do? What are you going to do now?
Are the guards still like grabbing them or like?
They're not grabbing them.
Duger
They weren't
has
going to.
very
They
much-
never implied what they're going to be doing.
Okay.
I feel like Duger has kind of read the room based off of what he has said,
Mm-hmm.
and he's going to put himself in between, specifically like these three people, and then Galti is going to even be even farther, like kind of almost like pushing himself in between,
Mm-hmm.
like.
The soldiers can very clearly tell what you're doing right here, and they start like, you see some of them like fingering hilts of swords.
And I'm just like this on the revolver.
Old
style, like.
I say there should be no need to draw your weapons, and I'm going to walk towards the other three, and I'm going to speak in a very hushed voice. The clerk was paid to lie.
Maya's eyes are going to go real wide, and just like you can tell, like you hear a little rumble come from Diego. Celie does not seem to know any of this is happening. She's just terrified.
As it stands, I will pay him to correct his ways. He seemed to worship a god of wealth. Is that familiar to you? I say the name. What was it?
Asamon.
Asamon.
I've heard the name before. It's supposedly was a god from the north come down. That his religion has slowly been spreading down here.
I see.
It's
That explains why I don't know it.
It's according to all I know of the gods, there shouldn't be able to be more than the 9, but and that's the same for you. Like it seems to contradict your understanding of things, but there are many clerics of him up in the Rose Empire. It's the state religion up there.
I see. Well,
I know about the Rose Empire.
This is before those problems.
I know.
as it stands, if the law does decide to take him, there's not much I can do. But I will uncover the truth. And as of
Diego's
now,
going to like rumble, just like quietly, not that only you can hear, is going to say, "They tried to take my family, but I will take their words."
and I will do nothing to stop you. That's all. And I'm going to then just stand back.
He's going to look at you and just like give you a respectful nod. All right.
And I'm just going to wait.
All right. After a couple of minutes, guard is going to come, and the chief guard is going to say, turn to the 3 and say, "You're free to go. We may have further needed questioning you soon. Please be ready, and I hope that we can find the culprit."
You guys are going to just
Thank
steam is going to come from his mouth.
All right. So we're going to switch back to you two now.
Sorry, I took forever.
That was awesome.
That was good.
Actually, do we want to stop now for the night, or?
I do kind of have to get going.
Maybe we can end there.
All right. I think this is a reasonable spot to end for the night.
I'll take it.
By the way,
awesome.
you may get an inspiration point.
Thank you.
Finn may get a familiar point.
Yay!
Another
familiar point. Yay, man.
Guys, my hands are actually shaking right now.
That was pretty dang epic. That was terrifying.
Amazing.
I was
I've never had a
intimidated.
PC intimidate me.
I was intimidated. I'm like, still requiring concentration, right?
Concentration can be broken by pain. Yes.
Icy.
I'm not expecting that.
Hey man, I'm just gonna say, my character is lawful neutral, and he will follow his code.
I'm scared. I like that. I like your character actually a
You
lot.
like bad boys. I mean,
Anyways, that's all. Do we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
Close out. Thank you for listening and/or watching. We finally got the video up to work.
Sorry for scaring you.
Sorry. We can mark it down as scared for that episode.
Q has now got expertise in intimidation.
I'll take it.
I'm already scared. Scared of alone.
Scared of the alone.
Negative afraid.
Q has made an enemy this day.
And we'll see
Oh,
you
of
guys maybe next week.
Hopefully next week.
Hopefully next week. But bye.
We'll pray to the gods.
That there's only 9 of.
Only 9 gods.
One for each alignment.
One each line.